You are now a loyal follower of the Villain District Podcast.
He is the man in this situation. The man is always relative to every situation.
Yes,
so.
exactly.
I've got what they call a shiv. I made it. I made it at camp
From a sharpened toothbrush.
Pretty good for sticking.
Yeah.
I went to what was it called?
That wasn't camp. That was prison.
That was not camp. You were there for 12 years. That was not
They
camp.
kept calling it Eagle Scouts or something. But anyway,
you don't know what life was like on the inside.
I've got the sharpest shiv you've ever seen.
Oh,
Okay.
I've seen some shivs though in my day.
I was just trying to think of a shiv pun.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Now I am all tangled. Everyone,
I'm
look.
tangled too. My cable just came unplugged. I had to plug it back in,
Oh man,
but it's
Well,
fine.
Maybe
It's okay.
everything's great over here on the couch.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there like,
Everything's
this is pretty
fine.
good over here.
It's pretty rad
Yeah.
over here.
maybe hit rewind
Hit rewind.
and then pause
What?
and pause.
Okay. That worked out nicely. Yeah, that was very
no,
good.
I'm just saying you should unhook your microphone.
Again?
Yep.
No.
Rewind.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Rewind and pause. You don't want me to be on the podcast.
No.
That's what you're saying.
I don't want you.
Good. I get it now.
He got
Good.
you. Zinged him.
He been zung. Been zung.
Zinged him. What's going on, guys?
Oh, not too much.
Yeah?
Same old same, different day, I guess
Yeah?
you say.
Yeah.
I went to the comic store the other day,
Oh, yeah?
Nice.
Oh, which
Good
one?
start.
and
Which one? I mean, I guess that's a fair
This
question.
is
but
very
We got a
important.
few of them.
It's funny in our context.
I was at the destination the other day,
Okay.
and I was minding my own business, and I overheard one of the guys who worked at. Hey, Brian. One of the guys that worked at said destination,
Right.
being a real jerk to a customer,
Oh, man.
and
Oh.
he was just ripping into him.
Super curious.
He was shivving him hard.
Right.
If he were
Blood everywhere.
if he were in Dragon Ball Z, he'd be called a super shiver.
Oh, that's how much shivving he was doing.
And I think it was you, Mitch.
It was me?
Yeah.
I was
Sounds like
shivving
Mitch.
somebody? Oh, my God. I don't even remember that part. But
Sounds like Mitch.
I mean,
Sounds like
He's a surly guy.
I actually just kind of black out when I'm at work sometimes.
Right.
And other Mitch comes out and
No,
he just does
right.
his own thing.
The only way to deal with Mitch is to cut off his tail and blow up the moon.
That's totally true. That's how you do it.
That's all I
to
know about
stop
Dragon
me
Ball
from
Z.
going to Super Uzaro,
No,
you have
don't
to
use
cut my
those
tail
words.
off.
Don't. No.
And
Okay.
to permanently fix it, you blow the moon up. That's how it is.
Like what?
Nerd.
But think about the tides, though. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's like, well, like when Piccolo did that, or well, I guess originally it was
I immediately regret being on this podcast.
you brought it up, Eric. I can't help it.
I said all that to say I was honestly at the shop, and I think it was the party thing.
Okay, yeah.
The-
The 2-year
The 2-year
anniversary party.
anniversary.
Oh,
thing.
that
yeah.
thing.
Well, and
That
I don't
was
think
your room.
I don't think it was that. Were you working during that?
I was working on
That's
the
right.
Okay,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
that. And
Shivving somebody that day. Ooh, that's bad.
no, but you were
Can't be good for business.
You were speaking to a customer, new customer, grown man, and
Oh, I
you
know
were,
where you're going.
You were
I know
just
this.
kind of like very like patiently and really you were jolly about it. I'd say describing how that comic books came out every month, and that each one was an issue, and that those issues came together into a trade paperback.
Yeah, I remember
that?
this.
And I was just sitting there thinking, like, dude, this guy, such a nice guy, right? Because I've been in other comic shops where I walk into the comic shop, and I ask a question, and I get a...
He just made a somber face, everybody.
That does happen.
So that you know.
It happens more so than it actually should at most shops.
It
to be
really
honest.
does, yeah.
No, it really it helps that I like it. Like if I had to explain this in a way, like I don't know if I was selling like rugs or something, like every 3 months a new rug comes out, and then sometimes they
Eventually,
compile them together.
Get a
and-
tapestry.
So you can.
Exactly. Yeah, like I would be completely apathetic.
So can I
guess,
get
but-
like variant rugs or
Yeah,
is it like
exactly. This is an
gonna
alternate
cost you.
edition one. This is one of a kind. This is one
Like
of
a signed
1,000.
rug?
For every 300 normal rugs you get, we're giving you one regular variant rug.
Guys, let's talk about rugs for a second. Okay?
They're great,
Right.
aren't they?
They're
right?
pretty great.
How
They're like
expensive
carpets, but they're like
are
movable
rugs?
carpets.
They're too expensive.
They're so expensive.
Rugs are very expensive.
Yeah,
Have you ever gone rug shopping?
Well, here's the
and
thing.
ended up with no rug?
Because, I mean, come on.
Right.
If you have like a nice hand woven rug, I understand paying. But if it's like a corporate Walmart rug,
Right.
those things should not be. As
Yeah,
expensive
those things
as that.
unravel very quickly, but if
Yeah.
you have a hand woven one, that's the real deal right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
dude,
is.
whenever I sharpen my
Tickled himself before he got the
Sorry.
joke out.
I was going to pretend like just that I was a cat for
She sharpened your claws.
Sharpening his claws on the rug.
Okay.
You know, that's so relatable. Like, cats like ruining your rug and
Oh, I thought you meant
whatnot,
being a
so
cat.
on and so
Yeah, I was
forth.
going to say, I thought
Oh,
you
yeah.
meant wanting to be a cat because
You warm?
Cracking the door, yeah.
Crack it open.
Oh,
Little
man,
warm.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
we're,
that.
Actually, I should move and just really open it. Keep going.
Okay.
That's a handsome patio space there.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, man, this whole place is just beautiful. I don't know what, like I said, the industrial look to it all. It is very, very nice. You guys did a great job. I just want to say
Thank you so much. That means so much to me because I haven't slept much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, your hard work is paying off, good sir. It is
Thanks.
amazing. Although, like, I got here and I just kind of looked around. I was like, where do I go? So many doors to this place. And then I remember in the text said Suite 100. I was like, all right, go that way.
Here in the Thoughtfly building, audio is literally the back most crevicey area of the building.
That's true, yeah. You are in a crevice.
In the
Crevasse.
crevice.
It's a nice crevice, though, as far as
It is.
crevices go.
This is a nice
It's the most
crevice.
comfortable crevice I've been in.
Right.
I don't know. There's other crevices I've been in. They're much more comfortable than this one. But this is
No.
top 10 of the nicest crevices I
Top
think I've ever
10.
been in.
Top 10 nice.
Top 10 crevices.
Easily.
One time.
Easily.
Mitch likes to spelunk, so he's been in a lot of
Right.
crevices.
I know my crevices, guys.
Right.
All right.
Hey, remember that scene from The Descent where they're like, I just want to get out of here, somebody, and then the camera turns, and then there's that thing with the skin and the teeth, and like it's startling.
Dude, spoilers. I have not seen The Descent.
You don't
Neither have
wanna-
I, but I believe you that it happened. Although you pretty much you kind of just
I'm sure
described
it
a
did.
human being. Skin and teeth.
The thing with the teeth.
The skin.
I'm
It
not
looked
so-
at me and then started to
That
talk
is
to
true.
me.
Yeah.
I'm not sold yet.
And it was just her spelunking partner.
Yeah.
That was with her.
She just completely
know.
forgot that
Everything was fine.
It's one of
Yeah.
those movies where if you have any kind of claustrophobic tendencies
Yeah.
in your
Right.
in your body or your brain,
Either way.
Either or.
Yeah.
you just
Maybe
love
your
this
soul.
movie. If you have
Yeah.
that.
If you have those,
Yeah,
you're
you'd
gonna
love
love
it.
it. You're
I
gonna
mean,
love the movie.
horror
I have a
movies-
feeling I don't think you're gonna love this movie.
No,
though.
you
That's what
experience
you
fear in a
call-
safe place.
It was a not joke.
Yeah.
It was not.
You'll
really
love
joking.
this movie.
You will
Not.
connect. It will connect with you more. And it will be awful.
It will scar you.
So we're gonna. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but why not? We talk about whatever we want to talk about. Everybody, back off, listeners. Calm down.
Jeez, I can hear it from here.
Oh man. Okay, they're under control. All
Yeah,
right.
my,
So
my mother's going to be so upset. We
we're
only have one listener.
right. Yeah, one
Hey,
listener.
that's still.
Yeah, don't tell Brian.
At least you have a loyal listener.
Yeah. If that were true, that'd be. It's true.
That would be, it's true. If that were true, it would be just like this world because it is true.
Yeah, reality.
Yeah, but we were thinking about doing some Halloween episodes coming up where we're going to watch some movies and talk about sounds in those movies and stuff like that. I just want to ask what good Halloweeny movies or scary movies that you guys have seen or are your favorites.
It's a good one. I don't typically really watch too many new movies, so it would have to be something that's like older.
Yeah.
I mean, there's quite a few, but like the one that just stands out because
I mean, you're on the spot. We didn't ask you to prep any of this.
No, that's true. But
just throwing out a conversational question.
The one that sticks out the most, and it's just because, I love Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2.
Yes.
And Evil Dead 1 was good.
Was fine.
And it was just
good.
campy and just kind of a little over the top.
It wasn't self-aware.
Exactly.
Right.
Evil Dead 2, that I don't know, it just kind of came into full circle. And then Army of Darkness was just really over the top.
Yeah,
it was.
That new show looks good too.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
sure.
was
Yeah.
great.
It hits
It
on
does
a
look
lot
good.
of good levels, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
and like I said, anything with I haven't seen the entirety of Burn Notice, but the little bit I have seen, Bruce Campbell was great in that as well.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen any of it.
Yeah, really? It's not bad, man. I mean, you kind of got to be into it.
Yeah.
Eric's a huge fan, as you can tell.
No, I actually watched like the first 3 seasons, but looking back, I wish I had
I wish I would have saved that
followed other
time.
pursuits. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe watch Frasier for a third time in a row.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe.
a fourth. Was it a fourth? Or?
Maybe.
Oh, are you a big
Mitch?
Frasier? Are you a big Frasier guy?
I mean, I like Frasier. Okay. I've seen
I'm
it.
not
a
going
lot.
to say I'm in love with the guy, but like Kelsey Grammer is a great guy. He's a great actor.
I've
guys.
seen it a lot. I'd have to say Parks and Rec is far superior.
Oh,
Sure.
right.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing to mention right after Frasier.
Well, just
Are
because
those
if we're
like-
talking like I don't want to be known as the Frasier guy. If we're talking
If I'm
about
known as a guy,
right.
it's the Parks and Rec guy.
right, yeah.
All right,
if
guys.
there's one show that I know a lot about, it's Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I heard someone reference you as Eric Frasier Gravely, that's wrong? Is
No,
that?
that's incorrect. Who
Is it?
What?
Yeah.
It is Eric Parks
I mean,
and Rec.
okay,
Gravely.
that's fine.
Right.
but,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I really hope someone did reference him that. I want
wish.
this to happen now.
I wish that had
Listeners,
happened.
please go out there, come to the store.
Right.
And be like,
I don't know.
Are you Eric Frasier Gravely? Like,
T-shirts
son
are on
of
the
a bitch.
T-shirts are on the way, everybody. Yep.
I'm gonna get
They say
sued.
DNN on the front, and that's what they say on the back. I stand with Eric Frasier Gravely.
I'm not running for office.
You will be.
Not yet.
After all this.
Not yet, my friend.
I might.
Not yet.
Oh, man.
Yep.
I haven't seen Burn Notice. Anytime I hear someone talk about Burn Notice, because I've never watched it, and like I don't have that like a connection with the Camp Bell. I think of Burn After Reading, and anytime someone says Burn Notice, I picture, no spoilers, I picture Mr. Blank in the closet
Yeah.
getting shot in the face
Yeah.
abruptly.
and it's just like whew,
Yeah.
Burn After Reading is
Right.
a much better movie than Burn Notice is a show.
okay.
It's very good. I recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it as good as Man with the Screaming Brain with Bruce Campbell? That's the real. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
I don't think I have seen that one. Is that like kind of like a hokey movie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it was a Sci-Fi Channel
No, Rich,
original.
the man with the screaming brain.
It could be serious. Maybe.
No, it's rom-com.
Follow
Right,
Tom
right.
Top of Mind.
Exactly. That and then what were he's made so many interesting choices. Of course, I feel like the only other thing he did where it was like, oh yeah, good job, was Bubba Hotep. That one I liked. Did you guys see that?
Was that the
No.
Elvis thing?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I never saw it, but
Oh, I'm so happy for you all that you haven't seen it yet. That you still get to watch that
You're
movie.
missing an entire. You're
Good
missing
job.
an entire television show that he was in that was just fantastic.
Oh, Briscoe? Is that what you're talking- I don't know. I've lost it then.
Burn Notice.
Xena?
Oh, Xena.
Oh, my God.
Xena was
yeah.
in Princess?
Xena.
That's right. He
Was
was in
he
Xena.
really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's very true. I
He
remember
wasn't like top dog.
Yeah.
No, but he was like the thief or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I remember one episode he has to be like invisible or something, but he was.
Sure.
So of course, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Xena. Yeah, she did.
Sure,
stuff.
yeah. What, yeah. She's in the new Evil Dead show, too. Xena.
Lucy Lawless.
Lucy Lawless, yeah.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep, she's in the
Together
show.
again.
I
Did I get the blonde girl? And there's one other. And
I had a crush on the blonde girl, I think, when I was like 8.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even watch that show very much, but just flipping channels. It was a
Yeah.
flipping
Yeah,
channels
sure.
crush. It was like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
yeah,
she's
hello
pretty.
again.
That's
24.
one of those-
Oh, I have a crush all of a sudden. Okay, let's see what's on that channel.
Yeah.
Next
Quickly,
channel.
too.
It's
Next.
like seeing a cute girl in the park every other day.
Right.
You're just like, oh, there's you again.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There
Yeah.
you are.
Park crush.
cutie.
That's kind of
You-
stalkery. Never mind.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
never
I think
done
it's
that.
fine. It's like it's not like you're just going to the park for that reason, unless you are. then
When it turns into that, then it's
that's
weird.
different.
when it's like
yeah.
I wasn't going to go to the park, but now I went to the park. Don't go to the park.
I
That's
wonder
when
if
you
she's
don't.
there today.
Yeah. That's-
Yeah,
She was actually there today.
Oh, I know.
So,
Right.
I saw her there.
Xena Warrior Princess
Yeah.
is one of those shows where when you're a kid, you don't appreciate
Yeah.
because you don't know kind of like what went into it and like the stylistic choices, the Raimi like stench that just comes
Sure.
off of it.
Right. Sam
Emanates
Raimi
off
Right.
of it all.
You don't. Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah, it's a Raimi show.
Raimi,
Yeah.
Raimi was
Well,
involved.
I think
I know Rob Tapert.
Yeah, he was like I think he was a producer.
or something.
Anyway.
Sam Raimi did that in the Hercules series
Right.
as well.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
The
right.
dude. I mean, and if you ever watch clips of like Xena now, like you see like these kind of zoom shots and like just kind of larger than life, heightened reality moments, and he does that so well.
Oh yeah.
It's like when I first watched Spider-Man and like when I first realized it was a Raimi flick, and you could see bits of Evil Dead in it.
Yeah.
Like if you watch it again and think watch Evil Dead 2.
The scene where I notice it the most.
And I'm not talking about horror elements. I'm talking about like
Right.
I'm talking about comic timing. I'm talking about camera movements. I'm talking about dialogue.
Well, even horror elements. I mean, if
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock.
When they're cutting off his
Right.
tentacles.
That's what I
Yeah.
always think of.
Or tentacles. Is that?
Is that what it is?
Tentacles.
Are they tentacles? Okay, good.
That's a word.
Yeah. Because it's like
No,
octopus.
it's 8 tickles.
Is it? Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Oh no, this was bad.
Oh, no.
I
the
don't
problem is
feel
he-
so good now.
He
Don't
doesn't
leave,
use
listeners.
them to tickle. He doesn't use them that way.
No.
Oh, my God.
Maybe that's what he's trying to do with
Okay.
Spider-Man.
More
every time.
like 8 pinchers. Pinches.
8 jaws of death is pretty much what they are.
Yeah.
They're very
He's got.
dangerous.
Well, he's only got 4 of them.
That's
Then
true.
the other 4
Oh.
are just his regular arms and legs.
That's so true.
So he
Why-
could tickle
Oh,
with
wow.
those.
I have
the
never.
2 tickler, 4 pincher, 2
I
stomper.
hate myself.
I'm really embarrassed that I never put that. I mean, that's.
I know
correct,
he only has
right?
4, but in my brain, like
Right.
he
It's
has
because
8.
of his name, Octopus.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not correct.
See, my thought was just like, they just didn't care. Like, you know what I mean? They were just like, give him 4. Looks better. Call him Octopus. It's okay.
I could have called him anything, really.
Right. I
But
mean,
anyway, yeah.
yeah.
Watch Evil Dead 2, then watch Spider-Man, and you're going to be just pleasantly surprised.
All
Because
right.
you don't think about it because it's a superhero movie.
Right.
But it's through and through a Sam Raimi flick.
Hey,
Yeah. Interesting.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Don't, we can't steamroll over. I can't talk. We can't steamroll over Bubba Hotep, though. I got to tell them what that's
Oh,
about.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Okay.
Right. So, Bruce Campbell, this is, in my opinion, the other iconic. Bruce Campbell is 2 things in my mind. He's Ash, and then he's Elvis.
God.
So in Bubba Hotep, he plays an elderly Elvis Presley in probably his late 70s. Elvis
like-
didn't die,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
the way. He switched places with an Elvis impersonator. And now Elvis, the real Elvis, is getting old in a East Texas nursing home. He's getting old there, and then not only that, but there's a black guy there who's roughly the same age, who is JFK.
What?
He thinks he's JFK.
Oh,
Is he
okay.
JFK? Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe. Okay, so just when you think it can't get any better, the story starts when these 2 are in a nursing home and a mummy starts eating the souls of various members of the nursing home. And they
As
play
naturally it
exactly,
does.
clearly, and they play it with a straight face, and it's wonderful.
That's
It's
wow.
really great.
You know, the mummy thing really sold it for me. I think.
Right, yeah.
At first, I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
fake biopic about Elvis.
Yeah, old Elvis.
But
okay.
then-
Weird
Yeah,
JFK.
but you throw the mummies in there.
And then mummies. And
man.
The Mummy.
And it's in Texas.
Brendan Fraser, Parks and Rec. It always comes back to Parks and Rec.
Full circle.
somehow.
Illuminati.
Wait, I don't know how you. Okay, yeah.
There was a
No, I
jump in
agree.
there that was.
I agree with. Yeah, I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
no, I
Thanks.
you could do it. I think you ollied over that leap, so it was good. It was good.
Nice transition.
That's
Paul
right.
Giamatti was in Bubba Hotep as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was Paul G? I bet he was one of the hearse drivers or something. You guys should watch it. It's fantastic.
No, I just looking it up on my phone.
It
looks pretty freaking great.
It's pretty great. Yeah,
I've never
absolutely.
Sounds pretty good.
2002. I've never even heard of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, you're in for a treat for sure.
2002 was a lost year for Mitch.
I don't even remember what happened.
A lot of people got shivved that year. Don't know what's going on. So what other Halloween-y movies you guys getting into?
I mean, I always
Evil Dead 2, fantastic choice.
Yeah, it is. Mine is really dumb in comparison, but I really like the Scream movies.
Oh yeah,
Dude, yeah,
They're
totally.
man.
really silly and fun, and I even watched the show recently.
Oh,
I
really?
just finished the first season of that. It was, equal parts terrible teenage drama MTV stuff, and also fun little slasher show.
Wait, what was the show?
Scream. They made a show.
No.
They made a TV show. Yeah, you
pretty
guys didn't hear about this?
No.
Yeah, they made
Yeah,
a Scream TV
It
show.
was,
How do you make a show off of that?
well, that's also like in the first episode. There's the kid that is the big horror fan that starts piecing everything together.
Yeah.
like Jamie Kennedy's character in the original Scream.
Yeah.
And he's
My
like,
parents are going to be... That's not Jamie
That's
Kennedy,
not
but
his, but yeah.
My
Yeah.
parents are going to be so mad at me. That's my favorite line in Scream.
Mine's It's my favorite one.
It's the title. Yeah,
that
so
was a good one.
makes sense.
No, the show's all right. It's not. I don't know. It's not as. I don't know. It doesn't have that same campy magicalness that the movies had.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
Probably too melodramatic.
Well, they changed
Yeah,
the
very
mask
much
too,
so.
right?
Well, yeah, and that's
The
for
mask
story
is very
reasons.
different.
They did that. So, and also they
One
kind
of
of
the most iconic things of Scream. They changed
Right.
it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Not
I don't
interested.
know. But it's whatever. But no, the Scream movies are good.
Yeah, for sure.
Does it? So I have more questions about the show, guys.
Oh, okay.
This is new to me. Does it follow the kid?
No, it's a brand new thing.
So only one episode's been out, I guess.
No,
Or-
the whole season's done.
Oh, okay.
It's,
So
it's not related to the movies at all.
Oh,
Okay.
It's its own new thing.
See, I thought it was like, do the movies exist in the world of the TV show? Because Scream's all like super meta. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's all like
Scream 4 was
Scream 4 was like-
fantastic because
yeah.
it was...
good job.
Yeah. It was
great review.
That's right. That's right.
It was completely aware of itself. Was
I heard that. Yeah.
Was that the headphones? Or
I think
was
it's
that-
headphones, yeah.
What did I not just go?
No, I think it's
just-
that
just
one.
for us.
Pretty sure.
Just
Oh,
for
then
us.
it was weird then.
Yeah.
I did
It was weird for you to
go.
go. Yeah. So wait, what was that sentence with a big I in it? Say it again.
The Scream 4 was so
Scream 4.
self-aware.
That's
I
right.
mean,
Yeah.
they were. I can't even.
Did you guys
remember.
watch Scream 4? Have you seen them?
Yeah, I've
Man.
seen all of them.
How many were there?
4
I
movies.
think there were just
and
four
one
total.
show.
Yeah.
Okay, and the
4
show.
was the last one.
I have not seen the show. I don't think I've seen 4 then.
I think 4.
You should watch it.
There's one at the beginning.
It's
there's
a lot campier.
There's
It's
one
like-
where at the beginning, it's almost like they made Scream, which was a good movie. They made Scream 2, which was a decent sequel. They made Scream 3, which was okay.
Yeah.
And then they waited long enough that when they
Right.
made Scream 4, it became self-aware of itself.
I mean, even
It just
even,
like
even so much that like
snake
David
eating its
Arquette
tail.
and Monica were like married in real life for a while, but they had divorced.
Monica. That's
But
right.
then they were married. I think in the movie.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah,
was
they
like
were together
kind
or
of
something.
meta in the sense that they were like talking about their real life relationship, and it was really kind of like dark humor.
Maybe I did see Scream 4 then,
It's good.
because that sounds very familiar.
yeah. It's worth watching.
Good series, though.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
I mean, it's got to be solid. I mean, hell, I made 4 of them and a TV show
Well,
apparently.
they
Right.
made like 6 Children of the Corns,
well,
and the first one was okay.
Yeah.
those were all relatively back to back though. Those were like they were just shoving those out there, like we got 2 trilogies, yes. Where Scream's like its longevity. It's been out for quite a
Yeah.
while, and people still like the stuff too.
Well, I feel like also, like, wasn't Wes Craven actually involved in all the Scream movies?
Probably.
Yeah.
Whereas I imagine Children of the Corn, eventually they just sold the name. And they were like, yeah, put a 6 after it and make another one.
Probably the sequel.
Right.
It was just like
Yeah.
somebody else.
Just like, just do something else. Yeah.
Every
I imagine
movie
so.
probably had a
Right.
different guy.
Right, yeah,
They
for
made
sure.
like a million Friday the 13th.
We're gonna
Oh,
have
true.
one listener who's just like a Corn fanatic.
Like, yeah. Wait, the band?
Actually, they had the same director every time.
It's good to make fun of the listeners, everybody. This is,
Well,
so
it's the listeners that like Children of the Corn.
That's right, okay,
so-
yeah.
Shut up,
Exactly.
listener.
yeah, Children of the Corn lover.
I
don't
don't
need you
tattoo.
here. Please don't leave.
There's got to be some way to make Children of the Corn with a K work, right? Children of the Corn. There's got to be some way to do
I
that.
mean, literally just
right?
round up all of Corn's.
That's true.
children,
Round up their
when
and
kids.
then Children of the Corn.
Right. Put them in a band.
Or
a
just
few
watch
years.
the Freak on a Leash music video for
Right.
the one with the kids in the hopscotch.
I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
okay, yeah.
Fun story.
don't
The cover of that record, which is I remember that coming on TRL. I wasn't a big
was the
fan of
record
it.
Freak on a Leash, or was it just
Something, I don't know.
Corn or?
I think it was
some-
Freak on a Leash.
Yeah.
You're talking about the one where the
That was
girl's
the
like
song.
hopscotch or
Yeah.
skipping or whatever towards the edge.
Skipping toward the edge. You know who drew that? Greg Capullo.
No
drew that.
shit.
Yeah.
He's a big
Oh.
Corn fan.
Isn't that crazy?
Really? He looks
Yeah.
like he would be.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he kind of
Yeah.
does. That's
His
very
muscles and his face.
true. That's a corn-loving face if I ever seen one.
Ever seen one? That's right. I don't know if because I know like the music video was animated. Who wants to hear me talk about Freak on a Leash, the Corn music video from like
It was actually.
I don't know, it was animated. Yeah, there was it was the girl from the cover. She was like moving. I
And then
remember
the bullet goes. Someone
Yeah.
like, oh crap!
I feel like there had to
I
be
dropped
music.
my gun.
I feel like there had to be music on at that point that I really liked because I remember seeing it like when they would show 30 seconds of a music video on TRL.
Yeah, dude, that was the era of like the pop punk baby boom.
That would have been why I was watching it then. I guess.
yeah, you're probably
Makes
just
sense.
waiting to see those boys run around naked.
Yeah, for sure.
Blink 182.
Totally
That's right. Yeah, that's true. Yep.
naked boys.
Were you all TRLers? Did you ever watch that stuff when it was on years ago?
I remember like being a kid and seeing Carson Daly on TRL, and I was just like, "Why?"
Yeah.
And then he kept going, and I was like, "Why?" And then like he got to a point where I kind of actually respect. I was like, "Maybe this guy's legit."
Yeah.
And he just—I don't know, but he seems so.
Have you ever seen Last Call with Carson Daly?
See,
I have.
I just
And you're like, why?
Yeah, but
I just-
that was the point where I was like,
Why?
I don't know why he needs his own late night show, but
Right.
it's on at 1 a.m.
right.
like-
So who
doesn't-
really cares?
It doesn't quite make sense, and I'll tell you why. If you watch him, he's kind of dead behind the eyes.
yeah, exactly.
Oh wow,
There's
that's a good
something
point.
Yeah, there's something a little
He is
hollow.
kind of dead behind the eyes.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is strange.
He also dated Tara Reid.
He did.
Right.
Ew.
Oh, no judgment, Joe. Come on.
Sorry.
Come on. She's
I
doing her
had a
best.
huge crush on Tara Reid during
She's doing her
Josie and the
best.
Pussycats. You watch
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie?
No.
I don't think that's
I like the
You should
cartoon.
watch that movie, and you'll just start like pumping your fist in the air.
that's
You
what
have
you
to
were doing.
describe, yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, you'll have to, yeah. Exactly.
We're a very
I just like, I know,
nonverbal.
Eric, I haven't known you that long, but I just like to picture like child Eric wearing the same glasses and hat.
Yeah.
And going, why? Like, you're older, but you're still wearing the same glasses and hat. And you're like, why?
Kind of.
Just following Carson Daly.
Yeah, he still baffles you how he's still relevant some
That's
way
right.
somehow.
That's right.
And I never actually watched any TRL. I really didn't have cable for the most part of my childhood, really. But even when I got it, I was just, I don't know, like music videos. And that was only because I actually liked just music in general.
Yeah.
Like I remember I used to get like a MTV2, but you had to find the dial
Oh,
that
yeah.
was like right in between channel on my TV. It was like 58 and 59.
I did things like that.
But you had to just find it right, just and then leave it there, and you can kind of get like a fuzzy picture, but you can get the sound perfect. And I remember every morning I would turn that on, and 2 songs were guaranteed to listen to, and I don't know why. I guess MTV2 just had a routine, but it was Nelly Furtado,
Like a bird?
like a bird, yes,
Yeah.
and Mudvayne's.
Oh, nice.
I know,
Yes.
opposite end of the
yes.
spectrum types of.
It was the video that was all white.
It was all
background.
white.
It was Dig.
Dig.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
That's right.
Oh my god, I was like,
Wow.
Why? Sometimes they play back to back, and I'm like, what is this? Who is requesting this every day, or is this just some guys like, I'm gonna keep playing Nelly Furtado and
That's right.
Mudvayne over and over?
Dude, I saw something on the internet the other day, like a little short video someone made or something, and it was the Mudvayne Dig music video with another audio track underneath. I don't remember what it was, but I completely forgot about that.
The Mudvayne
Yeah.
was a thing,
Yeah.
or is still a thing. I think they're
It's-
still together.
Isn't that a
Wow.
thing? That's a thing in
I mean,
shrimp,
Smash
right?
Mouth is
Yeah,
still together,
That's a
but,
shrimp
like,
reference?
That's
it's the doo doo.
It's
It's
the, yeah.
the poop vein.
Yeah, it's
pretty
the
much.
poop for, yeah.
You're supposed to check
I didn't
that.
know
Cool,
that.
guys.
Bands were reaching at that point.
That's really cool.
Yep.
And a dude is a hair on an elephant's ass.
Oh, thank you for that.
A dude?
Taking me back to fourth grade.
Is it a dude?
Yep, that's what it is.
Is it? Okay.
Every damn day in fourth grade.
Oh, yeah?
That's what people would say. Well, dude, like, shut up. I don't
Shut
wanna hear
up,
it.
Timmy. All right.
Yeah, Timmy. Timmy was the worst.
Yeah, I know. Usually guys named Timmy are. Sorry, any listeners out
I'm
there
sure
named
Timmy would like just sit there watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and like his head was just like elephant hair.
Exactly.
You were like, leave me alone, Timmy. I'm busy trying to figure out what Carson Daly is doing.
Yeah, I'm like,
why?
Why does he do this?
What's your favorite?
talent.
Oh,
What's your
my
favorite
God.
part about the new Michael Bay Teenage
really
Mutant Ninja Turtles movie?
I haven't seen
Great
it.
question.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
I need
either,
to.
actually.
I watched
I heard it
5
wasn't
minutes
bad.
of it last night before I went to sleep.
Really?
I did.
It's on Netflix
That's the
now.
max you've seen of it?
It's on Netflix now, yeah. And so I flipped 20 minutes in and watched a few minutes. And that was all I did.
Was it pretty great?
It was, I don't know. I'm not sure. I fell asleep pretty quick.
It was Michael Bay. Is
yeah,
what it is.
right,
It is
right.
totally a Michael Bay movie. I am a freaking huge Ninja Turtles fan. I love everything and anything Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And so, like, part of me likes this movie because it's a Ninja Turtle movie, but
Sure.
it's not. Like, Robo Shredder is probably one of the worst decisions whoever it is that made that decision could have made. And then he has all those different swords and whatnot. It's just, it's not that good.
It's dangerous. Sounds really
It
dangerous.
is. He should not run, and he's running everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Shredder.
Okay,
You should
so-
know
a
better.
lot of shivs.
Typical.
Well, yeah, never mind. I have a question that I'll ask you
Master
off
Shiver.
mic because it's a spoiler, but I was just curious. So I was watching, and what's his name's name is Eric Sachs, right?
Yeah, the guy who runs
Saxman.
Yeah.
the
runs the thing.
man. I guess
Does
you could
anybody
say.
care if we get into spoiler territory for this movie?
No, I
Are you
don't.
guys worried
I
about
mean, I
that?
feel like
I
as
don't
long as
care.
you give a forewarning before
Right.
you start talking about it,
Right. Well,
it's
I meant
fair.
either
For the
of
listener-
you.
for the listeners,
For the
but-
listeners, yeah, we'll just say it either way.
Eric is a huge Michael Bay fan. I don't know.
Right. So you don't want to spoil it.
I don't. Just as long as you don't tell me when the explosions happen,
Right.
because I want to witness those and be surprised. The rest of it, a story, I don't care.
Do you want to avoid knowing what's going on,
No,
Joe?
I don't care.
Okay.
Weren't they just like people and then they turned into turtles, or is
Spoilers, everybody, from here on in about Ninja Turtles. All
that? Were
right.
they just people and then turned
That's
into
what I had
turtles?
heard. I didn't get it that
No,
deep into it.
originally I had heard that's what they were going to go with.
Yeah.
they were
Were
going to
they
be
doing
turtle. Like they were going to be guys. and
They're going to be
all-
like janitors or something?
No, I heard they were going to be actual brothers. That's the connection they were going to
Okay.
have. But I just imagine, like, okay, so you're going to have like 4 kids. Like the idea was they were going to be 4 kids, and they get exposed to mutagen, and then they
Right.
transform into whatever it is that they touch.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so they get exposed to mutagen, and they play like hot potato with a turtle or something.
Right,
Like, how do they each get exposed?
They
to
were
the
just
mutagen?
they were just passing a turtle around on the sidewalk when Matt Murdock pushed that guy. And that's
It's all
It's just
one
how it
story.
happened.
It's
It's
all
just
New
how it
York,
happened.
So, but no, thank God they decided not to go with that route.
That's good.
And I also heard something about aliens at one point in time,
Yeah,
but
that's
they didn't
right.
go that route either. So
okay. So the spoiler question I was going to ask was the 5 minutes I watched. There was a woman talking to like a bad guy, head of the Foot Clan, talking to a guy who you couldn't see his face, and she called him Shredder. She called him Master Shredder or something like that, right? But it's not him. He's not the Shredder, or because it's like Robo Shredder or something.
no, that's Shredder.
Oh, okay. All right.
Shredder is
Shredder
just
was-
in like some type of like mech suit or whatever. Like
Gotcha.
His suit was made by Eric Saxton's corporation.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And like that's another thing. Like Shredder is supposed to be this like badass ninja or whatever.
Yeah.
And he gets this like mech suit or whatever that protects him from head to toe, and
Yeah.
he just has all these weird swords on his hands and whatnot. And it just
So they took it literally. It's like a paper shredder.
yeah, like a cheese grater, cheese grater shredder or something. I don't know,
Wasn't he
man.
April's
Yeah.
dad?
No, April's dad worked. God, I know too much about this movie. Good God.
No, you got it.
April's dad worked with Eric Saxton.
Yeah.
They created the mutagen, but then April's dad found out about Eric Saxton's ultimate
All right,
plan.
that's fine.
They work together.
you don't gotta go.
You've hit the threshold of information
Eric's
that
tolerance
Eric
is
wants.
very
Yeah.
low for Michael Bay Ninja Turtles.
See,
so.
I was thinking that Eric Saxton was going to be the Shredder because it's like Hiroko Saki or whatever, and like Eric Saxton, like Hiroko Saki. And so I thought it was just they were changing that name, and so it was going to be him.
You were thinking too much for that.
I was, I'm sorry. Yeah. I just couldn't see April O'Neil and Megan Fox. Like, they gave her a little bit of a
Silliness.
red tint to her hair, just a touch. It's Transformers Megan Fox, and they gave her a yellow jacket. And so,
it's awful.
So I just couldn't. I
There's
couldn't.
a bad taste in
I
your
couldn't
mouth.
be like, that's April O'Neil. That's April. No, it's not. It's Megan Fox.
No, yeah, I don't know, it's just like it even further infuriates me because it's Michael Bay, so of course he's going to throw her in the movie, or whatever.
Right.
But there's a dozen more, probably dozens more of better actresses they could have picked for April O'Neil rather than Megan Fox.
Sure.
I don't know. She's just. I don't know. It was just she's not a very good actress, I don't think, anyways, so that's part of the beef I have with it as well, but I don't know.
I did like what's his name? Will Arnett.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get to see him do that much in the movie, but just when I realized who he was playing, I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's what was his name?
I can't remember.
Vernon or something.
Yeah, he was April's cameraman.
Right,
who
right.
Was in through
and he
the
was
comics
in
and the original cartoon in the 90s.
That's what I knew him from.
Yeah.
So, for sure.
Vernon something or something Vernon.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my
yes.
my brain.
Yeah,
I keep wanting to say Vern Troyer, but it's not that. It's not that.
That's mini.
That's someone else.
So, like, you guys listen to Dave Matthews? Or?
You guys get down with Dave Matthews? Huh?
This is our regular Dave Matthews segment.
This is
that right? We will always have a Dave Matthews segment.
Bow, 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 now. You know the song.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway. That was a good one. That was good. I like that.
Thanks.
Yeah. Good job. Oh my goodness.
Every now and then I forget that Dave Matthews is a guy.
Yeah.
It's not an actual
Somehow
band.
he'll worm his way back.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know how to feel. I don't feel about him.
You
I
don't
guess
feel
is-
about Dave Matthews.
I
Yeah.
don't know how to feel about him.
He's kind of a guilty pleasure for me sometimes. I can listen to some Dave Matthews sometimes. I feel like
what
there's...
problem do you have with Dave Matthews?
What problem do I have?
Mhm.
What do you mean? What is that?
A guilty pleasure means you've got a problem.
I mean, well, his fan base, and the fact that I think his music is kind of inherently silly. You know what I mean? Like, kind of, it's inherently silly.
All right, it's out.
And his
It's out.
I know.
Everyone knows how you feel about him.
And his fan base, but some of it's really good. And his fan base is like divided into two halves. It's like you have hippie people who go to festivals and like play hacky sack a lot with no shoes on, and then you have frat guys who like have popped collars, and they're both Dave Matthews fans, but one of them was just more in the 90s, and now it's just mostly hippies.
Right.
So yeah, that's why it's guilty, but it's still a pleasure. So
Well, they cross over at the hacky sack.
right, it's true.
The
That
middle
is
part of
true.
the
Common
Venn
ground.
diagram.
That is true. Yeah.
diagram.
Leave all your differences on the hacky sack field, bro.
My goodness. That's right. That's right. Don't be aggressive.
Don't be prejudiced on the hacky sack
No.
field.
Do
Sack
not.
circle.
Sack circle. I don't think anybody calls it that, Eric.
Don't tell me, Mitch.
So,
I'm just saying.
you guys want to pop into a segment?
Sure.
Yeah.
why
Oh,
not?
hey.
Let's go
What
for
you
it.
been listening to with our friends?
Your favorite guys?
With your
So we're
favorite
using that.
guys. What
You
you
gotta-
been listening to with your favorite guys?
You gotta put the music right there.
music time with your favorite guys. Everybody sings with us. Everybody's happy because it's music and music time with your favorite guys. I'm gonna have
There
to
you
make
go.
music for that now.
No. There's music. Remember? We did it last time, and it was ridiculous. You don't remember that?
I do remember that,
Yep.
but does that fit for this?
No. No, it
I'm
doesn't.
just saying there is music. What do you want from me? Okay.
I feel like we're experiencing
Actually-
like a podcast stroke right now.
That's-
I don't know what's happening. Weird.
That's right. Actually, what I meant is you'll put a Dave Matthews song right there. So it'll be great. Yeah.
I will.
Good.
We're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out whether or not we can get away with playing. Do you guys know?
Oh, yeah.
the answer to that.
I've always just like put stuff in there and then assume no one big enough will hear it.
Okay, so here's the thing. I went. These gentlemen were kind enough to have me on their podcast, along with Stephen Barnes, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Along with Stephen Barnes.
Barnes.
Yeah. Called Bagged and Bearded, which everybody who's listening to this should go listen to. Why are you not doing that? Go do it. And so,
Great.
they were kind enough to have me on, and we talked about Batman. And was this earlier this week, or was this last week?
It was last week.
This was last week, okay. Yeah, so we did that last week. And then I saw that it dropped a day or two ago, and so I downloaded it, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll flip, I'm not going to listen to the whole thing. I was there, but, like, I'm going to flip through and whatever. And so I listened to the beginning of it, and lo and behold, what's the intro song for the episode about Batman?
I haven't listened to it yet. What is the intro
Is
song?
it, is it Danny Elfman's Batman score?
It's not. It's the 1966 Batman thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
what's your all's
yeah.
problem?
I'm sorry. It's just
It's only the most magnificent.
Aggressive interviewing. What's your problem?
It's only the best superhero score on the planet.
I didn't say it wasn't. I don't. I wish. Hey, what is he mad about? The song he likes is in the podcast. I'm confused.
Danny Elfman.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about the 66 was the best.
No, that one can go eat a cantaloupe.
Oh man,
That's
harsh.
good.
That's harsh.
Yeah, that is harsh.
Yeah,
Took gloves
that's
off
good
for
too.
that one.
I was just saying the Danny Elfman score.
Like the from
did a
the,
lot
from
for
the
my
old ones?
from
like the 80s ones.
Tim
Yeah.
Burton
Yeah.
Batmans. Not to be confused with whatever that thing was in Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Sure.
well, that's Joe Schumacher, so that was a little different.
That
anyway,
guy was like, yeah, I'll take some of Danny's themes and kind of incorporate it, but doesn't work.
just
doesn't
hold
work.
up.
Doesn't work? No?
It works,
That's
but
fine.
like it makes me feel like used when I listen to it.
All right. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Anyway,
yeah.
I was saying all that to say, like when we, for example, we're doing some horror score based like episodes for October,
Right.
Halloween, and
Talk
stuff.
about some scary movies.
And how much can you really talk about a music score without letting the listener listen?
True.
At least a
Right.
segment of it.
They
I
gotta
don't know what I'm
sample it.
allowed to
Well,
do.
see, I brought up the Batman thing not only because I want to promo that episode, but also because the Batman 66 theme was the theme song for that episode. And I feel like you guys probably didn't write that theme since
No.
it came out in the 60s.
Nor did we
So-
pay for the rights.
Yeah.
No, I mean, to my knowledge, so Steven asked me, because on the Nerdsalgia before that, we did
Yeah.
James Bond, and I just put the James
Oh.
Bond music at the
Right,
beginning.
right.
And then Steve was like, hey, so what's the rules on that? And I was like, I just put it up, and if they want you to take it out, I guess. Like,
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know.
See, that's my...
I
I
don't
mean,
imagine.
my thought was if you're giving sort of credit and you're making no money off of using it,
Exactly.
like,
That's what you would think.
you would
I
think
think
so.
actually there is a law that says if you actually if you're making money off it, you have to pay. But if it's just
Right.
to be thrown into something that
Right.
you're actually not making money off of, it's okay.
Yeah, you're not
I
claiming
say that
authorship.
with a question mark.
You're
Right.
not claiming authorship. You're actually talking about the fact that, like, everybody knows that was Batman 66 theme.
Right.
What
You
if
know.
you're just totally bashing it?
Then they
Using
get
it
mad.
like in an ironic way.
Yeah. We just talk about the Batman Forever score, and we're just like,
Yeah.
It's just for
this is
scholarly
crap.
pursuits.
All right.
garbage.
This is garbage.
It's okay. Maybe it's not crap, but
It's not
there
crap.
are certain moments in it that just make me feel icky when I listen to it. I don't know
Okay.
what it is.
Right.
That bum 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 bum. I feel like it's trying to be Burton-esque, but it's like with jazz hands.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But I started listening to the new Metric album today.
Okay.
You guys listen to Metric?
I've heard that name.
You heard Metric?
I've heard the name.
Negative.
But I have not heard Metric.
Lives changed. Lives changed. No, Metric is a band. They're kind of like have some electronic elements, but they're like just like this 4-piece band. What's the singer's name? Her name is Emily. She's
Right.
old.
Okay. Well, yeah. Who cares about her last name? She's old.
No, she's not super old, but she's a lot older than I thought she was.
Right.
Listen to Metric.
Yeah.
You ever heard
Okay.
that song? 'Cause my heart's beating like a hammer.
Oh, yes, I have heard that
That's
song.
Metric.
Okay. Have you guys heard
I
that?
tremble. Doom,
I don't know where I've heard it, but I've heard it.
they're gonna eat me.
Is it good?
alive. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, it sounds great.
This is the
Yeah.
this is the problem with not playing the music that we talk about. Is you just kind of emote. You just, ooh, ah, yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
everyone.
yeah, it's
It's
nice.
good.
It's very good.
Yeah. Right.
How long has the band been together?
How long have they
I'm
been?
not sure. I know that they released their first non-label full length in 2009, I think.
Okay.
And it was like it made like headlines for selling so many copies without being backed, like being it fully independent.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll have to definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's really good. It's very good.
So let's turn
Hey,
it
do you guys see Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Yeah.
You know the song that Ivy sings at the concert?
No.
Wait.
It's
Drawing a blank who Ivy is.
so like
Yeah, me
Ivy
too.
is the singer of the band.
Oh, the singer of the popular
Scornful
band.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blonde.
Well, that's a Metric song.
Okay.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, at that concert where Scott opens up for her band, and then he's like,
He's like, I'm gonna go beat up some evil ex-boyfriends now.
"Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit some of this out."
No, you're good. You're flying high, man. We got to do an episode on Scott Pilgrim the movie. That's great. That's a good
Excellent.
music
Yeah,
heavy.
dude.
Fantastic.
Beck.
Right.
Do you know Beck did most
Beck
of the
did
music
a lot
in
of that music.
I did
believe it.
not.
Like the Sex Bombs tracks?
Yeah.
That's Beck.
Stuff was super
I
cool,
did not
man.
know that, but I can believe it.
Yeah.
Beck's
I mean,
amazing.
I dug
Beck
the
is
soundtrack
amazing.
when it came out.
Yeah, that's right. That distorted acoustic guitar. That's great.
We are Sex Bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So let's turn it to you guys. What have you guys been listening to, and we're gonna widen it. So if you've not been listening to any music, did you hear a car backfire that you thought was interesting? This can be anything you used your ears for
So
that involved
lately,
hearing.
I mean, yes, I have heard a car backfire.
Right,
but
and I didn't know.
melodic one. That's the question.
right.
I was like, oh man, is that a gunshot or is that a car? But no,
Or is that angels
I've been
playing on
listen-
trumpets?
why would that be that?
Horrible.
Did you dive to save your sandwich?
No,
You heard it.
But no, I've
Friends
been,
reference.
been
Friends,
listening
yeah.
to a lot of Lupe Fiasco lately. He's a
okay.
good boy. He is a he's a good boy. He is a rap artist.
Yeah.
But no, his stuff's really good. Specific lately, his album, which I kind of toured, his album Food and Liquor too. And the songs are really good, and he's a very heartfelt, thought-provoking person.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm listening to these songs about black struggles and all this stuff, and I'm like, I really enjoy this, and I agree with what you're saying. But I feel like I shouldn't be listening to this because this is my struggle.
This is not me. Yeah.
But
You can also, but I feel like you can listen to that stuff and maybe not empathize, but sympathize in a little
Right.
way. Everyone has struggles. I mean,
Sure.
I may not be going through the same thing that Lupe
Right.
Fiasco goes through, but everyone has certain obstacles they can overcome, and hearing about how he does it, I guess, can be inspiring. I guess, in a
Right.
way as
Yeah,
well.
we were out and about a week or two ago. I think we ended up at the back door or something, and we were out on the patio, and I listened behind me, and it was a black guy and a white guy. White guy approaches the black guy, said, "Dude, you have a cigarette I can bum?" And like the black guy's like, "Oh yeah, well, and they were like kind of talking, and then the
Started
white
making out.
they were like, and the
Typical
white
cigarette
guy
conversation.
and the black guy said something about the projects, and the white guy said, "Oh, I can't relate to that, but I am from the trailer park." And the black guy
Please
said,
tell me he said the trailer park.
"Yeah." And,
I'm from the park.
The one.
and the
one.
black guy
The
said,
The one there is.
"Dude, it's the same thing. It's all the same thing." And they really connected with their struggle.
Yeah.
So
man.
boom,
There you go.
There you go,
Boom.
Eric.
You used to
Now-
live in a
Right.
trailer park, right?
You're welcome. That'll be it. That'll be it for
When I
this
was-
week.
Shut it down.
No.
I know my life was changed.
Yeah. Well, I think to be honest, granted, it wouldn't be my struggle either. I haven't listened to much Lupe Fiasco. That would not be my particular life experience. But at the same time, I think singing about things like that is a good way to communicate your individual life experience to people who are not like you.
That's
right?
true.
You know what I mean? So maybe part of the point is for people
Maybe.
like you who are not like Lupe Fiasco in various ways.
That's true.
To hear about Lupe's.
Well, and
struggles.
I love his stuff, and I'm gonna keep listening to it. But there will just be moments where he'll be like, it's very much just like, come on, let's join together and affect
right.
this change. I'm like,
Right.
I want to be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I support you guys. I don't know.
Well, I guess in like you said, Will, just reaching out, I guess, in general, being able to like inform people about the struggles and all that stuff and whatnot. It's just something that is, I guess, more along the lines of just more so telling a story. Yeah. You know, I think about there's plenty of musicians out there that just tell stuff about what they did in the past or what they've seen in the past or whatever, and they just, you know, it's almost like a cathartic thing, just getting it off their chest and actually being able to express all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely, and the like doing it through, well, really any type of art, but music, you know, is something that everybody can connect to, regardless, for the most part.
Especially if you'll phone the trailer park.
Trailer park.
Is that what we're doing? Yeah. All right.
That's my new character, the guy that listens. The guy that listens to like a really like thought-provoking conversation and then just takes a dump on it.
Just wrecks it
because he doesn't know any better. Is that what we're talking about? Are we talking about the trailer park? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh my goodness!
Didn't mean to take us into race relations.
It's okay.
You did it.
It's okay. You did it with care. It was okay. What about you, Mitch? You've been listening to some things?
I'm not listening to anything that's quite thought-provoking.
Right, that's okay.
But
Colt 45 and 2 zigzag?
Yeah, something more along those lines,
Few people are as profound as Eric when he comes on our podcast.
That's very true.
Let's be honest.
I mean, I'd say we build a religion around Eric, but that's just me.
You know.
Oh, man.
But
I'm in.
I'm not going to church.
We don't have
you don't have to.
You will have a church.
Yeah, exactly.
You show up and the whole gig's ruined, actually.
It'll just be where
you can't show up to the church.
Yeah. It'll just be
where you think this place was.
I'll be hell Eric.
That's right.
No, I've been listening to a lot of it's going to sound weird saying it out loud. A lot of Finnish death metal.
Wow, that's awesome.
Right? And I know it's like so stuff like Korpiklani, Amon Amroth. You know, every now and then on that, listen to it on Pandora, they'll throw a Death Clock song in there, which is awesome as well.
Yeah.
And then I've also been listening to a lot of like NWA or Boogie Down Productions, Public Enemy, just stuff like that. So, like I said, not quite as thought-provoking. Every now and then I get a KRS-One, and he'll talk about the struggle and all that stuff, you know, and put it in perspective and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you know, mostly it's just about, you know, cruising down the street in my 6'4".
Right.
You know?
Right.
All the bitches and slapping the nose.
Finnish death metal. That's awesome.
I know. Yeah. And like, I feel like I need to specify that it's Finnish because it's just death metal.
Yeah.
And people equate it to like the pterodactyl metal that's out there today.
Okay.
You know, where it's just
pterodactyl
like...
metal?
Yeah, I was going to say,
metal
situate that for me a little bit.
Is literally, you have the metal or whatever playing, and then the guys...
Oh, yeah.
How does that differ from Finnish?
Right. Well, Finnish...
Does it make you seem more cultured?
It's a little bit more... melodic. There's a lot of like, I guess, screaming involved, but it's, I don't know, it literally sounds like the metal that you have today literally is just trying to like almost sing from the back of your throat. It's really strange sounding, where Finnish death metal is, I guess, it's much more musical, plus they use a lot of like fiddles and string instruments, like acoustic instruments. I can't think of like what the smaller guitars are called or whatever, but stuff like that.
Like a ukulele?
Not a ukulele. Yeah, I was going to say that, but like play like a Hawaiian theme song or something like that.
Exactly.
But no, it's a lot of different things, and one of my like more favorite, I guess you could say, like genres of music or whatever, is taking classical music, like Beethoven or whatever, and then putting in a rock spin on it using like electric guitars and drums and stuff like that. Just making that song, but adapting it to, I guess, a more modern sound. So
that's pretty cool.
Speaking of ukuleles, there's a fantastic video on YouTube of I forget. I want to say it's like the something National Ukulele Band or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's all these middle-aged folks in like formal gear rocking out Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirits" on their ukuleles, and it's like this. Like middle-aged man just with the lights out. That's
amazing.
Great.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
encourage everyone to look that up.
Yeah, that definitely goes on the list. Absolutely.
I gotta look this up now.
Yeah, that's very good. So, were you guys? Did you guys go to shows or anything growing up in terms of music, or When did you get into whatever you're into? You know what I mean? Did you go to metal shows and stuff? Or?
No, actually, like I kind of got into the metal scene more recently.
Oh,
Probably
yeah?
like
Cool.
in my mid-20s is when I started listening to a lot more like
Right.
metal. Beforehand, it was a lot of punk, really.
Yeah.
And I still listen to a lot of punk today, like punk as in not really like pop punk. It was
Right.
like Blink-182 and whatnot, which
Yeah.
that was some of the shows I used to go to.
Sure.
Green Day, Blink-182, Newfound Glory.
Yeah.
I've been, the Junior Warped Tour, which had Thursday.
Oh,
and
right.
all kinds of different.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Wow, I forgot.
Yeah, there's a lot of great bands out there. The Junior
Yeah.
Warped Tour. I don't think did Louisville ever have an actual Warped Tour, or was it just the Junior Warped Tour?
I don't
don't
think
know.
so. I think
Yeah.
I think they just tried it out.
Yeah,
to
they
see
had the
how it
Junior
went.
Warped Tour,
To see how it
and
went.
it was
Yeah.
packed when I went there. Flogging Molly
Not
was
good
there
enough.
too. Yeah, I know. Well, dude, but Flogging Molly had a huge gathering. Like the entire, like I don't know what you want to call it, but the yard was just packed. And
Yeah.
it blew. I thought for sure
And people
it was
were
gonna
just
be like,
running around in circles, hurting each other.
Yes, exactly. I know it was just
So good.
awesome. Flogging Molly's great, and no, I just pretty much went to a lot of those types of music shows, I guess you could say, back in the day.
Yeah.
Nothing really like heavy metal or rap or anything like that.
Yeah.
Never been to a rap show.
That's just who you are now.
Yeah, exactly. This is me today.
Exactly.
I'm too poor to go
Yeah.
to concerts and whatnot. So.
What about you, Eric? You've been show hopping in your days?
No, I didn't like. I don't know. I never really went to show. The only concert I ever was excited to go to that I went to a Motion City Soundtrack show.
Oh,
one
nice.
time.
That's
they
fun.
were good.
Yeah.
And there was a few other bands there with them. But no, I don't like. When I was in high school, like Blink-182 was my jam.
Yeah.
I was all about them.
Totally.
I don't know. I never got into the metal thing so much.
Yeah.
But no, shows wise, no, just that one solitary Motion City Soundtrack concert, and
Yeah.
then if there's people crooning on local fairs and things,
Yeah.
see them do that.
While you're eating like chicken fingers or whatever you have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was in
Yeah.
a band in high school. That was fun.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you
Punk-
play?
punk band?
We're not talking about a school band. We're like actual
No,
like garage
yeah,
band.
it was
players.
like-
band,
yeah.
yeah.
What'd you play?
I played guitar.
Nice.
Played a couple times
I used
with
to-
the
I used
Brick
to be in a
House.
band too. I was a drummer.
Oh,
Mitch and I
Dude,
are starting a new band.
watch out. Yeah.
This week,
You
right?
get Steven to play bass.
Oh, man.
Uh oh.
There you go.
You guys got
Wait for
competition.
this.
Oh, watch out.
Hey, do you guys ever see Scott Pilgrim versus the World? Well, you guys are the two Asian dudes, and we're the Sex Bombs.
Oh man. We're
The
on
two Asian
Gucci.
dudes might have been better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, Sex Bomb won at the end.
Okay, right,
True.
right.
Although it seemed like they weren't going to.
Uh-huh.
That's just good storytelling.
Oh, so you're saying it's like an underdog kind of thing. I see.
You guys are the.
I see what you're
but
I'm
we-
saying you
we're
guys
the
are going to be
underdogs.
crushed under our might. We have a might, so.
Mitch and I are an established electronica duo,
Right.
and we typically share girlfriends,
yeah.
like those guys in the movie.
You have share girlfriends? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
All of our girlfriends are.
You
share.
believe in life after love, is what you mean?
I don't know if I do.
And didn't
No.
she do that? She
She
sings
did
for
do
the
that.
throat. Yeah, that's pretty good. You just close your throat and keep singing.
Hey,
That's
here's
how Cher does
here's
it.
a little audio nerd fact for you. Cher's song in 1997, was it Life After Love that did the
I probably
The auto-tune?
Yeah, the auto-tune.
auto-tune was invented then.
Really?
So before
For Cher?
that,
Poor Cher.
people had maybe.
That's
Right.
Cher can get stuff done,
Cher,
guys.
yeah,
Okay.
Before the mid 1990s, people just had to sing on key.
Huh.
And I don't know, that may
Sounds
not
horrible.
This is
I
like the
don't know
dark ages.
I don't know what that means to you, but for me as an audio engineer, like everybody
That
that
says-
comes through here
Yeah.
asks for tuning. You know
Really?
what I mean?
Yeah.
But before that,
Why not?
you just had to be really good.
Yeah.
You know?
Talent was
Yeah.
was a factor.
Right.
And,
It's so true.
Or
yeah.
just really be comfortable with how bad you were.
That's
And
true.
Yeah, true.
hope
You
that
just
your fan
Bob
base
Dylan
is
it.
cool with
Own it.
Yeah.
It works.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
That's
It
right.
works for some people.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are. It's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Do we auto-tune when we do things? Probably, right?
We don't.
We don't.
That was our goal.
Yes.
Our goal.
But do we though? Really? Like if I'm
No.
singing backup, you don't do it. on backup? Come on, let's think about it. Let's be honest.
I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Let's go with no. Let's go with sheer talent.
No, right there.
Sheer talent, everybody.
In all the bands I've played in the past, like my vocals have always been tuned because I wasn't like the audio engineer. And when we did the Villain District thing, the whole idea behind the band was we don't want to take it super seriously. We don't want to try and church it up or doll it up. So I was like, if I don't sing it well,
except for the Church of Eric,
sing it again,
and
sing it again, and sing it again, and sing it again. And the first single we released, I probably had maybe like 4 different versions of the vocal before I was like done and happy with it.
Maybe so. Yeah.
But no, I might have tuned a little bit of the background vocals just to make them sit well.
Right. But not much. Very little. Not Cher style.
I don't think I have, actually.
That's good. Let's go with no. I like that answer better. I like a convincing no.
It's
That's
like
pretty good.
It's like second nature now. Like, okay, background vocals, okay, and tuned.
So the question is, what is your all's band going to be called? Because it's going to be the people on your podcast, right? Which is literally why it's competition for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The singing beards.
No, Mitch, come on.
Mitch.
The rambunctious beards.
No.
How about
hung up on the beards?
the
How about
stupendous beards?
No, again.
Mitch and the beards.
You're
Eric and the
Getting
beards.
closer.
How about like I don't know, like slapping Steven or something, like flogging
Steven.
Molly, but like something
I see.
something not related to the actual.
Okay, so flogging Molly, I think, is actually a reference to like some girl getting flogged or something like that. I don't know, but
It's fun though.
we have to start slapping Steven then if that's the case.
Well, here's the
Maybe-
thing. It works on so many levels. Because
Hey, look at Steven.
no,
Smack him.
because some people tend to slap the bass.
Oh.
Watch out. So he
man.
Steven will have to play like Flea, is what we're saying.
Yep.
From the
still.
Chili Peppers.
We could do this. Slapping Steven and the beards. I like it.
No,
I'm telling you, it
Slapping
could work.
Steven. You're
Slapping
not-
Steven and the
Think
beards.
of your
me.
favorite band name
Slapping the beard
and the beards. Oh,
Blink 180 beards.
actually, that would be hilarious if you really played a show and played it as Blink 180 Beards.
Especially like totally just not doing Beard 182. Like the thing you would think you would do. Let's replace Blink with Beard. The Blink 180 Beards.
That's genius.
I like it.
Oh, whew! I think we just hit on an episode title.
Yeah.
That's
That's salty
funny.
and sweet.
That's just delicious right there. That is good news. Oh my goodness.
What else?
What else? Y'all got any other music you've been listening to? No.
No.
Lupe, Finnish death metal.
I mean,
I like a good bluegrass soundtrack.
Oh,
every
nice.
once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of bluegrass, the Punch Brothers are in town right now.
Oh, that's right.
playing
They're
at
here
Iroquois.
now, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
You guys listen to the Punch Brothers? You guys heard
no
them?
idea, but if they play bluegrass, I'll like them.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. I like bluegrass fine socially. I don't think I would like put it on my Zoom or whatever. Is that what they were called?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I had a friend in high school that decided, he's like, oh, you guys are going with the iPods? I'm not buying it. I'm going to jump on a
It's
CD.
going nowhere, guys. Zune's the future.
That's
And
right.
he tried so long and hard to like make it work.
He's still like a garage full of Zunes. Like, it's coming back. You'll be sorry.
Get ready.
Oh, sorry.
Marketplace.
But I'm a classical music fan. I'm like a film score music fan and all those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Thiele, who is the mandolin player, he played in Nickel Creek. He was the Nickel Creek dude. Well, Punch Brothers is this like bluegrass meets kind of Mozart, Beethoven thing. So like
Go on.
he plays with atypical like harmonies and progressions, but it's all got a bluegrass sound. So it's like this weird, cool juxtaposition of interesting music that's not super repetitive, as well as bluegrass.
Bluegers.
And I'm not I mean, I like I said, bluegrass socially. If we go to a bluegrass festival, or if we go to like Monkey Wrench on Bluegrass Night, like I'm all about it. But the Zune is bluegrass free. But it does have Punch Brothers on there because it's like this whole new thing.
That's pretty cool. You said they kind of have classical tones mixed with bluegrass sounds.
And Chris Steele actually released one of Beethoven's
symphonies
or something on the mandolin. He recorded it, and the dude's a monster.
It's kind of like you could compare it to, not compare it to, but it's kind of like
just for me.
Yeah. But it's kind of like in the same vibe as like Bela Fleck. I don't know if you guys have heard him. He's a banjo player.
But it's better.
Okay.
what was the group called again?
Punch Brothers.
Punch Brothers. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I was getting
before
beers.
Before we leave here, I'll let you hear something on these
please do.
big speakers.
I was getting beers, so I don't know. I heard you mention Mozart and classical music, but I didn't hear you mention Radiohead. And I feel like if you're talking if you're talking about Punch Brothers, you have to bring up Radiohead.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Because
Beethoven, Radiohead,
and bluegrass, and put them in a blender.
Pot.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. I like bluegrass too. Bluegrass is good. For sure.
So good.
Very nice.
I think it.
Very nice.
It's safe to say that it is different than country music, especially pop country music.
Absolutely.
Now, like if we talk about country, like I like Hank Williams Sr. and I like Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not a big fan of like Travis Tritt or Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
You like the stuff that was considered like rock and roll at the time.
Yeah, like old school, like kind of like grandpa rock and roll in a way.
Yeah.
That's what we call it from now on. Grandpa rock and roll.
Here's my thought about pop country music, and like pop hip hop for me as well, is like when you have a music that's like indigenous to the U.S. You know what I'm saying? Like country music is from one particular geographic location, right? When you sort of like broaden it out and then just give it to everybody, you make it in a form that everybody can enjoy, you lose something about it. Yeah. So like it reminds me of like American Mexican food. Do you know what I'm saying? Which I'm a huge fan of, don't get me wrong. But you know what I'm saying? Like if you have authentic...
Don't you be talking about no Mexican food.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's wonderful, right? Cheese dip, it's fine. But like if you give me like authentic Mexican food, like that has something of the place in it. It's very like special and it's a cultural thing.
It's very bland.
No, it's not.
Is that where you're going?
No, is that where you're going? There's your character.
I want my fire sauce.
Trailer park, is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing right now?
Trailer park.
No, but you see where I'm going with this. You homogenize it, and you sell it to everybody, and then it's like, yeah, you lost.
Let me tell you something about. You go ahead.
I was gonna say the reason it is homogenized because you have to please everybody in a sense, and that's ultimately like individuality is awesome. Like grouped together things are kind of bland because there's a little bit of everything. That's why I agree wholeheartedly when you have like things that are from that area or whatever are just much better than when you have to be like, you know, make it popular for everyone out there to listen. You need to do it because it speaks to you or it's good or it's, you know, what you want to do or whatever, as opposed to like, I just want to do this so I can get rich or, you know.
Sure. I mean, because believe it or not, kids, when you're talking about pop country radio, it's strictly about numbers and making as much money as you can.
Right.
Okay. So,
which is fine. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Whatever. It's fine. Whatever.
Just
a lot of people like it.
Don't call yourself an artist. That's all I gotta say.
So there's this new country artist out, and I'm not going to say his name because I don't remember what it is.
I didn't bother learning
but you should pretend that it's out of politeness.
But
it's not. But still,
it's not. But
my buddy Jake listens to it on the radio, and he makes fun of it the whole time, but you can just tell like he's just loving it. You know what I mean?
He's eating it up.
He's saving face.
The song is a weird juxtaposition of pop country and R&B.
Oh.
So like that's kind of what's
I was gonna say that's thing
what
now,
they're
right?
doing now.
Like
It's either country and R&B or country and rap. Like there's this
like bro country. Is that what that's called?
There's a band called Florida Georgia Line. And
I've heard of that.
They have like
for some
rapping
reason.
and stuff in their songs.
Yeah, right.
But it's like these two guys, and like if you watch their music videos, which Chris and I decided to watch one the other day because we were just super curious.
Sure.
And those guys are so aware of what they are and what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're so loaded.
Yeah.
Like, ungodly loaded.
Right. Yeah. And you don't mean super drunk. You mean
no,
rich with American money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Man.
Anyway.
Yeah. So what you're saying is go check out some bro country.
How'd we get there?
Right?
How'd we get here?
Where are we? Where am I?
When Mitch got here, he looked over me and he said, "So I didn't hear like kind of what topic we were talking about."
Right.
And I laughed in his face. I said, "You don't know where you are.
About to find out, son.
We're going places."
That's right.
I had no idea what we were going to talk
the
about.
Florida-Georgia line, for example. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I mean, when you have to sell, like, music, and it's fine, I don't want to, like, knock on it. Like, I feel like it's, like, such a, like, freshman in high school thing to do, to be like, everything sucks on the radio. But, like, but at the same time, everything kind of sucks that I've heard anyway. It's like, you can't say anything super controversial. You can't.
Right.
And you can make good music within these parameters, and people do. But, like, you can't say anything super controversial. You can't do anything musically that's super experimental because you're going to alienate people.
Right.
And that's not your goal.
Have you seen the Punch Brothers documentary on Netflix? I don't know. How to Grow a Band?
How to Grow a Band, no.
It's so funny because it's funny you say that you can't please everybody, because Chris Thiele, for their first ever tour, wanted to open their set with like this 10 or 15 minute long classical piece, but all through bluegrass instruments, because he loved it and he wanted to do it, and he's like, guys, the fans are going to get it. They're going to get it. Well, people are falling asleep at their shows,
right?
And they're like, we can't do this. We have to play to our audience. We have to broaden ourselves. And he fought them so hard because the dude's an artist.
Right. There's I feel like there's a nice balance in there somewhere. You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
You don't think? Right, I understand. But like I was somehow at the show where Beck closed Forecastle, I think last year,
you snuck
or something
in.
like that. No, I bought a illegal ticket, but don't worry about it, Forecastle. Anyway, but I was in there and I saw Beck play, and it was crazy. Like it was a nice blend of both of those things, because like he had one song where it was him playing a harmonica and singing by himself on the stage and stomping his foot for the percussion, and then he would have other songs that were hip hop. It was just really strange.
Dude,
it was really strange.
He does such. I think Metric does this well too. Callback. He does such a good job at keeping his songs simple and melodic enough.
Yeah.
But at the same time, throwing in little bits of ear candy for people who actually care.
Totally, yeah.
And it's so good. That's all I have.
Okay, right.
And that is it.
And that's it.
We'll see you next week.
No, that's not true. There's one other thing I want to do before we leave, because I think it's super appropriate. And I wish Steven could have been here. Sometime we'll do a specific Bagged and Bearded episode, and we'll have all of you guys here.
We might even talk about your podcast.
We might even.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But
Not all that great.
We're going to go do it later, and I'm not too excited about it. Right. Like,
this is just going to be...
guy-
What are you guys talking about tonight?
Yeah.
what are we talking about?
You record...
What the hell are we
I
talking
don't know,
about,
like,
guys?
Bagged and Bearded is always an adventure for me, because Steven does all the work, which I'm not used to on
Okay,
doing other podcasts.
No, that's very true.
I was going to say, when I asked, I was like, and lo and behold, what was the theme song? And you were like, I don't know what the theme song was. I was like, why do you not know? Like,
So like Nerdstalgia, when we do Nerdstalgia, I'm like, I always know what the hell's happening.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's all, Brian talks to me about it. And then like with Girl Gone Geek, I know what they talk about just because I edit those, so I have to listen.
Yeah.
By default.
But with Bagged and
Good
Bearded,
sell.
it's like, it's so much fun, because it's literally show up, someone else is doing all the work, talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah,
It is a lot
I don't
of
know
fun.
why I got on that train of thought.
So you guys
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
you guys don't know what you're talking about tonight?
No, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Cincinnati Comic Con.
Cool.
I try to help
Nice.
a little bit. Steven definitely is running with this by himself. This is his brain baby for years. He's been trying to
He
do
edits
this.
them all together.
Oh, interesting.
And, yeah,
Okay.
he edits it and all that stuff. He gets the questions together.
Yeah.
I try to help him out a little bit with topics, but
Sure.
I mean, he usually just kind of picks them and rolls with them, whatever. But
That's cool.
last 2 weekends ago, we went to the Cincinnati Comic Con, and we just got some like 3 to 4 minute interviews from different writers and artists and stuff like that. And so we're just going to do the Cincinnati Comic Con and then introduce like, hey, this is Rick Remender, and he's done this, and
cool.
this, and here was the thing we did.
Speaking of Remender, was it you that recommended Deadly Class to me when I was like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
what's this?
I think so.
Probably.
I think it
Because
was.
that's a
And you
great
were
book.
like,
Deadly
yeah, I
Class is a
read it.
good
I
book.
bought it. I read it. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to Volume 2.
Now,
yeah.
I will say, Volume 2, you get
It's
a lot
even
more.
better.
It It gets for me a lot more of like Marcus just seems to want to do drugs and nothing else really. Just drugs and Eric's like that's the best part.
And bang his girlfriend.
Pretty much like I guess he's a teenager, so that's what he does.
He's like 16 or something.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever read Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
No.
Negative.
That book especially is probably an issue because there was a section of it that just reeks of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas in the
Deadly Class does?
Uh-huh. It's these guys, they end up, this group of teenage people end up dropping LSD or something,
acid or something like that,
acid or something, and his interactions from that point until he's like okay again are just like Hunter S. Thompson.
Right.
Yeah,
that's some crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's
nice.
true. That's interesting.
It's
that's
very
cool.
much.
And that
like
was in
that.
the first trade.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
It was towards the end.
Yeah, I would imagine because like here soon they're going to get into a couple more drug-addled stories, and then they're going to kind of get into a little bit of the assassin school a little bit.
Yeah,
but it's really cool because like going into this, I was thinking very much like a battle royale where it's a school of kids who get together and they train to be assassins and whatnot. But it's really like it's almost like Battle Royale meets Rick Remender's childhood, I feel like. Cause he's got a lot of, like, things that happened to Marcus. I kind of like, this probably happened to Rick Remender at one point in time.
Well, at the beginning of the trade, there's the thing he writes where he's, like, talking about his childhood, and it feels really, like, kind of like, oh, sorry, dude.
Yeah, very much so.
But no, it is a solid series.
Yeah.
Most of Rick Remender's books, like one I really dig is Low. That's just an amazing story. It's like BioShock kind of meets a what?
He works this into like every damn episode.
Going to say it,
and has found a way to work it into your podcast as well.
Well,
actually, here's the thing. Right, none of this will make it. No, but actually, the thing I want to do before you start talking about Low, which I want you to do, is the thing I wanted to do was Picture Book Pastime because they're on a comics podcast. So let's throw in the Picture Book Pastime music, and we'll talk about that.
Can I say it?
You can.
Roll it!
Are you ready? Here
Nice. Okay.
I'm excited.
Yeah. There's music there.
I have no idea what this is.
Yeah. So as a Picture Book Pastime is just our buddy Chris, who is Chris still here? Did he leave?
I think he left.
Okay, Chris left. Never mind. The drummer for Villain District.
Yeah, he one time Will and I were shopping for comics, and he met me outside of the store to give me something that I needed that he had. Yeah. And when he left, he said, have fun with your picture books.
Yeah. We try so hard to get him in, but he's not a, he hasn't found it yet,
Yeah,
when
he was a kid.
Comics?
No.
When I was a kid, I was watching Batman the Animated Series. When he was a kid, he was watching Karate Kid. So there's the difference.
I'm going to find him a comic. I'm telling you.
I'm
a firm believer that there
it.
is a comic out there for everybody.
Yeah.
And a prime example is Steven's mom.
That is true.
Steven's mom she knits. That's her, one of her favorite things to do. So that gives you any idea of what she's like. But she's a really sweet lady.
Yeah.
But like she asked Steven, it's a couple comics. So we got like Rat Queen, Saga.
Okay.
I think it was also Southern Bastards. She didn't really care much for those.
Yeah.
But
like any
we got her the Fade Out.
Ooh, yes.
Really? I
Oh,
haven't read
God,
that yet,
yeah.
so no spoilers.
Yeah, well, it's a good crime noir
it's so
story,
good.
and
Yes.
she loves it. So like I'm trying to find other things that are similar.
I was going to
to
say
this.
my girlfriend had never read a comic before, and she didn't really get it. And so I took her into the shop with me once, and she's just kind of digging through, and she found this book called Black Sad.
Yeah.
And she was looking through it, and she loves dogs.
Oh, okay.
So she's like, ooh, they're animals. And then she started reading it, and it was like, it's kind of this like very crime driven, like really gnarly story, and she loved it.
You should have her look into, and I know we got a copy at the store, or at least we did. I mean, it's already sold, but it's called Beast of Burden.
Okay.
And it is it is the best way to describe it. It's like I'm trying to think of like some type of Homeward Bound. Is that the one where the talking Chance and all that?
Chance and Sassy.
Yeah.
What was the lab's name? Shadow.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I just remember that scene where Chance looked like he got hit by the car, and he didn't really. He was just laying down underneath it.
Psych!
Yeah.
That was intense.
I was worried. And then the cat fell off the waterfall, and oh man, that was sad.
No, that's Milo and Otis.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought Sassy had like some type of like thing.
I
where
mean,
she,
look, I'm not going to pretend that there's only one movie that threw a cat down a waterfall.
There's many of those things. Okay, cats ate water. What do you want?
Continue your story.
But it's like Homeward Bound meets like Scooby Doo or something. It's like these animals are kind of like trying to find this. I don't know. I hate to say that they're like a group of like crime detectives or whatever, but they are like they're trying to investigate some type of like ghost sighting or something like that, and it's just these animals walking around and just they talk to each other, they talk to other animals. I don't think they talk to humans,
right?
Obvious reasons.
I think that's the gateway for her, because she's like, I don't like to watch movies where like people are being mean to each other. But if they're animals, like they're like, it's fine.
Well, don't have her read Red Rover Charlie. It's gonna be
bad.
That's a bad one. Yeah, there's some animal on animal violence, and she may not approve that.
Well,
so.
I mean, I guess there was. I haven't read Black Sad yet, but
Black Sad is very good.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It's a crazy story. It's a French story?
It's like it's translated, right?
It's translated in like 1,000 different languages.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's sort of like a southern noir kind of thing, right? It's like, is it?
I mean, like it's noir. I would equate it to noir just in general, but like, I don't know. It's a very unique spin on just I don't know, crime and whatnot. I don't know. It's very interesting story though. I think it only came out in hardcover or a collection, paperback, hardcover, whatever. I don't think they had single issues.
Right. I think you can find the paperbacks are actually kind of hard to find, but
they have
Amazon
them.
Okay. Like normally in the shops you'll see Black Sad something. I don't remember what it's called. It's like kind of like volume 1, but it's actually 3 books in one.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't realize that because I was getting her all of the books.
Gotcha.
And I had already gotten her like 3 of them, and I didn't realize that.
There you go.
We got copies to hand out during like Christmas or something.
There you go.
But your drummer, I'm gonna have to run him down the issue or series or something. He liked Karate Kid, you said? Mm-hmm. Does he like fighting stories, I suppose?
Yeah, he liked Bloodsport. Do you remember Bloodsport?
He liked Bloodsport?
Okay.
He loves Bloodsport.
Okay, interesting.
It's really strange. Doesn't seem right,
strange.
Right?
That doesn't seem right, no.
It seems like he would just like, I don't know, like sitting around looking at like beige colored things.
Much more entertaining.
That's on the podcast. That's fine.
He doesn't listen.
No, he won't listen. That's
he
okay.
won't listen to this.
Yeah, so what have you guys been into? Low? I didn't want to stop you from talking about
fine,
Low.
dude. That's okay. Eric wants you to stop me
from
talking about Low. I don't know, man. Like, it's something about it. It's just it's so interesting. It's just a quick rundown. I know Eric's heard it like for the 5th time now, but a quick rundown is set in the kind of near future. Global warming's gotten so bad it's driven mankind underneath the ocean.
Okay.
But we're running out of oxygen. And instead of actually trying to find a solution, most like high-end like politicians or whatever, they're just like, screw it, let's just party and whatever. We're going to die anyways. But this one family is convinced that there is either life in space or life somewhere else in Earth to where we can actually live and have oxygen and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they build this thing called the Helm suit, but it's linked specifically to this family's DNA. So everybody from this family can only use this suit called the Helm suit. And they become like kind of renowned for it and whatnot.
Yeah.
Then their society, like pirates invade their society and they steal the Helm suit along with 2 of the girls, because there's 2 girls, a boy, mom and a dad, and I think and so they steal the girls to have, I guess, the DNA to be able to use the Helm suit and whatnot. But it's a really interesting story. Lots of good ups and downs, I guess you could say. The art, Greg Tocchini is an amazing artist. I know he's done other things with Reminder, or at least one other thing with Reminder.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Strange Girl, but really good series. I love it, but I mean, there's tons of. I got recommendations for days. And
Yeah,
it's not just from like Image, but also Marvel's got some good books. DC's got Dark Side Wars right now. It's been amazing. You know, all the anything Jeff John touches, I would argue is just he turns to gold. So.
Yeah, I work with this guy who is he's an academic, and what he studies is comics and graphic novels. Cool. And so he was recommending some stuff to me the other day. He was saying there's a book called Thors, like plural. Have you guys read that? Do you know that?
Yeah, well, it's if it's the one I think he's talking about, it's ongoing right now. And
right. He said it was part of Secret Wars.
Yeah.
And it's like he was saying, I was telling him how really what I'm drawn to is stuff like The Fade Out. Like Ed Brubaker's probably my favorite author. I just like that crime, street level stuff. And I was like, I can't really get into cosmic stuff. Like I've tried, but it just doesn't connect for me for some reason. And he was saying that might be a good touchstone for that, because he was like, look, it's like a cop drama sort of thing, but at the same time it's
with
like
a bunch of Chris Hemsworths.
Right. Right, exactly.
No, Jason Aaron's kind of notorious for doing a lot of cop drama.
Right.
I guess you could say Southern Bastards has a little bit of that feel to it
so
as well.
good. Yeah,
Southern
I've read
Bastards is amazing.
Yeah.
But also his Icon series, he did, I think he finished it off late last year, called Men of Wrath.
Okay.
And it's a 5-part miniseries. Ron Garney did the art, and it's just a story about a hitman who has gotten his last name's Wrath, and they got kind of the Wrath luck, he refers to it. It's just poor luck through generation after generation. He's hoping to stop it with himself, but shenanigans ensue. Things happen.
Right.
Oh, it didn't work out for him. Oh no.
Isn't that just the way?
That's the way it goes. Absolutely. What about you, Eric? You got some things? I mean, I know you literally are both on a comic book based podcast. I'm sure you've talked.
We both work at a comic book store.
Exactly. You have both had the opportunity to think about and talk about these things already. But yeah, I'll throw it out.
No, I mean, comic book wise, a lot of DC stuff. A lot of
That's
books
right.
that
You're
no
DC
one else
guy.
likes.
Hey,
Look at me for
As
it.
he
I like
looks
a
at
lot of
Mitch.
DC stuff.
Eric,
Jeez.
let's you and me have a moment. Okay? The last time you were on the podcast, we were with Brian.
Yeah.
Right.
And you and I started to briefly talk about Batgirl.
Yeah.
And it got shut down so hard because we weren't talking about Brian.
That's usually how it goes.
That's super funny.
It usually happens, actually.
That's great.
Tell me what you think about this
He
new
won't
Batgirl.
listen. He won't hear
The
this.
new
Yeah,
Batgirl?
he's not
Yeah.
going to listen, guys. Don't worry.
So, written by Brandon Fletcher and Cameron Stewart, drawn by Babs Tarr.
Babs' first comic book she's ever drawn, right?
Is it really?
Yeah, Cameron Stewart had to help her out with the layouts for the first few issues. So he would lay out the scene and she would fill it in.
Gotcha.
Because she was just an artist.
Sure.
So,
well,
pretty cool.
Yeah, no, she's an excellent artist, and Cameron Stewart's a good artist too. He does some Fight Club stuff for the Fight Club comic book. But
cool.
no, I'm really digging it. It's fun. It puts Batgirl in a new place. They kind of I guess we're talk about how oh yeah, she got paralyzed and it was really hard for her to work her way back from that, which is
right.
why she can run around and fight on buildings now. So that was kind of okay, I guess. But no, I like it a lot. I like her new costume a lot better than her previous one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's very colorful.
Thank God they took the heels away. That was always a big thing I had.
Well,
with
just the all black is what killed me, because it was just it looked too much like the Christopher Nolan Batman to me.
Okay.
But I never actually read Gail Simone's run on that, and I probably will just because Gail Simone's an awesome writer.
She's very good, and her Barbara Gordon voice is really fun and quick, and she's got a lot of wit in her writing. But I guess for the new Batgirl run, my biggest problem with it is I know that they're not necessarily writing to me, if that makes sense. Gail Simone was definitely writing to me.
You in particular, or just
yeah.
We're
I don't know if you mean
pals.
I didn't know if you meant as readers, or specifically Joe.
As a demographic, I guess. I feel like this new Batgirl is definitely trying to draw in the younger audience, and that's true. And there are things I can enjoy about it, but I guess at the end of the day, I'm I don't know if I like this or if I'm supposed to like this. I don't know if I'm allowed.
Right.
It's one of those kinds
You
of
don't know if
things.
you're allowed to like
allowed.
it.
Yeah.
You're allowed
You're
to
not
like
allowed
it
to
if you
like
want to.
Then they got the new Black Canary. Which I haven't read any of it. And she's like the lead singer of a rock band, and I just don't know how to feel about it. Like
I didn't either, and it's a little weird.
she's the lead singer of a rock band.
But it's it's weird that then she'll fight people at their concerts, and then the band is just has to be okay with it. It's we were going to be a rock band, but now
Encore.
we're wrapped up in your mission, so here we go.
Right.
No, it's cool. I like it. Definitely, very much. They have a lot of their comic books now are trying to, I guess, do more of a cutesy art style,
Right.
as opposed to. But I'm fine with that because too much of the same type of looking stuff, and I get annoyed.
Yeah.
No, I like the aesthetic like Marvel's been doing lately, especially with the Hawkeye stuff, the David Aja Hawkeye
I
stuff.
haven't read any Hawkeye.
Oh, dude,
Is he still on that book right now?
no, but the guy that is on the book is basically
He's doing similar
just
things.
saluting Aja so hard.
Right.
Like he does half the book in flashback, and the flashback's more of his kind of artsy style, and the current is totally that.
Oh, okay.
That
That like flat.
right.
Very
and
like,
I will
yeah.
say this: if everyone in America will just hang out for a
Good start.
a day
Yep.
and read Matt Fraction and David Aja's Hawkeye Volume 1, everyone would be pleading Marvel to give Jeremy Renner a James Bond-esque Hawkeye movie.
Well,
they just would.
but he's got-
his Hawkeye is so funny.
Yeah.
He's a screw up.
Well, but
He's
you
not
lose a lot of
superhero.
that. You lose a lot of that with the Marvel Universe Hawkeye because he
Right.
has a family.
Yeah.
A lot of people were mad about that.
Yeah,
Remember?
it
in
doesn't-
Ultron, he's not a screw up. He's like a good
Right.
dude. He's got a family. He makes it work. He makes
Yeah.
his job at the Avengers work with his family.
Right, but that's what's so
You know.
good about the Marvel now Hawkeye is that
Yeah.
every story started with what was the line?
This looks bad.
This looks bad.
Yeah.
And
remember that.
he's either sleeping with this girl and getting in trouble with the other Hawkeye, Kate, because she's kind of young for him, but they kind of have this thing for each other, but it's weird because she's his protege, and it's this underlying thing throughout the whole thing, and she ends up leaving and moving to Los Angeles or whatever. But I don't know. It's funny.
Right.
It's smart. It's not a hero book at all. It's much more like a tamer version of an Image book with Hawkeye in it, I guess. It's very character driven, and it's
That's
just
true.
so good.
It is
It's kind of
good.
like a day in the life of Hawkeye, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It's very separated from
Yeah.
the Avengers.
And every time the
Yeah.
Avengers are brought up, it's a punchline because it's the dude shoots has a bow and arrow. That's what he does, and everyone knows it. But I was saying that to say that aesthetic, that kind of simply drawn, I don't know, almost kind of
It reminds me of.
Mazzucchelli
I was going to
style.
say it reminds me of my favorite art ever, which is Mazzucchelli from
Year
Year
One.
One, Batman Year
okay.
One, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very flat. The colors are very simple.
And,
it's sketchy. It's just very.
And especially lately,
subtle.
the problem I've had with DC books is they're holding on really hard to that kind of late 90s Marvel style, if you will. The style that Jim Lee brought
You mean that
in.
kind of three-dimensional? Everything looks very
Everything
round.
is very,
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, very
Yeah.
exaggerated and sharp and clear.
Yeah,
and,
everybody's got muscles,
right.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I love
The
so
Rob
much
Liefeld
about
effect.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, right.
The Capullo Snyder thing, it had elements of that, but it was much more grounded, I guess.
Well, I would argue because Capullo did such a long run on Spawn,
Right.
and
Yeah.
there is an eclectic mix of characters, body shapes in Spawn. You have the character Spawn, who's a fit guy, but he's kind of rotted underneath. But then you have this short, fat clown guy,
right.
all the way to this big, tall, gangly demon, the Violator, and anything and everything in between, pretty much, you know. So Capullo, and I've also, it was an interview he did on Fat Man on Batman with Kevin Smith.
I was about to mention the same interview, actually.
Yeah, I mean, he goes into in depth about how, you know, he would just sit outside and just watch and look at people and just see different shapes and body. Obviously, he tries to draw pretty people for his artwork and whatnot, but you know, the cameraman who is trying to interview Jim Gordon at this crime scene or whatever, he's probably overweight, and then, you know, maybe a teenager they meet or something, he's got some acne or something like that, but they add human elements as opposed to everybody being this beautiful person who's just like flawless all through and through and whatnot. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, and here's the thing I love about Capullo's Bruce Wayne is that you know it's Bruce Wayne because his features on his face are always the same book to book. That blows my mind because, like, if you think about Bruce Wayne in like any other comic book, it's like, okay, attractive guy, sharp nose, dark hair, big shoulders, you know. But Capullo's Bruce Wayne has that nose, that specific nose that he has decided that is Bruce Wayne's nose.
The Wayne
you know
nose.
what I mean?
Yeah,
the Wayne nose. True. He inherited that from his father when
That's
he died.
right.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
He got shot in Crime Alley.
Passed,
Like, take my nose,
Take my
Bruce.
nose, son. Make this world better with this nose.
You will be the knight.
That's right. That's right.
but so I haven't I liked the fact that DC was pushing for that, but I felt like, I don't know, I feel like there's a way to do it to where you're not just fully into that.
To do what? Mix up the art styles?
Right. Like, I want simpler, but at the same time, like, Hawkeye can be like a younger person's book, but at the same time, it hits on so many levels that it's very mature.
Yeah.
And I want to see that in Batgirl, I guess.
Yeah.
I can see
And
that.
maybe it's there. Maybe I'm not giving it enough.
Have you been staying current with it?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I haven't read any of the, I think the last Batgirl issue I read was like 13, so I've been out of Batgirl for quite a while, just kind of hearing secondhand from other people.
Yeah.
They're on 44 now.
But yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. That's, you know, 31 issues I'm missing out on.
A couple years.
But,
It's been more than 2 years.
It's been a while, yeah, indeed. But it's, I just, I don't know, like the whole change up is just to try to meet a more young audience, but you know, you can reach that young audience, but also still have elements that can surprise and entice much more older and mature readers as well.
Absolutely.
So.
I think one of the an interesting example, and I don't know that entice would be the word I would use, but just to speak to what you're saying, to have something that's appealing to people of all ages. I really liked Little Gotham. I read that a little bit, and it was just like, it wasn't like, oh, what's going to happen, kind of like it, but it was like, oh, I've had a hard day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I worked too much today. I want to come home and just turn my brain off and enjoy this.
They hit all those like holiday triggers, those nostalgic moments and stuff.
Right.
And there's a moment where Batman and Robin are like all the villains are having a Thanksgiving dinner together in this restaurant, and they're like, it's joyous, and they're like, oh, this is so great. We don't have to worry about the Batman, like, and all this.
Right.
And then they find out someone paid for their tab. And then the next, maybe they didn't even find out. The next panel is Batman and Robin paying for all these villains' food for Thanksgiving, like as a gift. And Robin's like, Batman, like, we can't let them get away.
We gotta get them. They're right there.
They're right there. And they walk out, and the police are all out there. Like, Batman called the police, but he's paying for
and
their
Batman's
food.
like, let him have a minute or something
let
like
him
that.
have it. Yeah, let him have a moment.
I was hoping really that he was just going to be like, yeah, they'll get their up and comings, and he just literally crashes in there, starts punching everybody in the face and whatnot.
Yeah. Then it gets super violent.
They got dark guys. Yeah.
He breaks some limbs. It's
Little
not
Gotham.
good.
Did you read the trade?
I just read the first trade. Yeah, that was all I read.
Yeah, that'd be
it was good though. It was good though. So here's a question I don't think you guys, because I've this will creep you out, so you'll like this.
Okay.
I
have been watching you.
Right. Yeah. Well, similar. I'm used to hearing your all's voices in my head when I'm in my head when I'm running. I'm used to doing that.
Because we're frequently chasing you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So if you could not do that anymore, that would be great.
No, I'm going to keep doing it.
But yeah, fair enough. So no, I've listened to Bagged and Bearded when I'm jogging sometimes, and I don't think you guys have hit on this. Maybe you have, but I would like to ask, if you were going to set up, just give me a generic of what like your favorite comic story, like one crafted just for you. What would it be like? Like, what would it be like genre wise? Would there be a specific character in it? You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. Would it be a cosmic story with Thor in it? Would it be, what would it be? Like if you had your paradigm favorite.
Yeah, we're not talking about what our favorite,
not an actual
story is.
No, not an actual story. Yeah,
we were able to craft
what are
a
your
story.
Put all your preferences in a bucket. What does that look like? You know what I mean?
Weird as hell.
Yeah.
Not. You want to go ahead?
I mean, it'd be drawn by Kenneth Rocafort because that guy's art is awesome.
Okay. Wait, what did he do?
He did a bunch of stuff. He did the Teen Titans, the most recent one, for a while.
Okay.
He did some Supergirl, a lot of DC stuff.
Yeah.
And then now he's doing some Marvel stuff, or like a cover or something. And
You said that with like resentment.
Yeah, no,
he's doing some
Marvel stuff.
But no, so drawn by him. He's very like, it's like very realistic looking art, but at the same time, it's very stylized.
Okay.
Which is weird because but he puts them together like to the point where you can just look at something and go, oh, Kenneth Rocafort did that.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Story wise,
I mean, you don't have to have plot points, but like what kind of vibe?
Something, I don't know, maybe like actiony and colorful, and maybe like some kind of an adventure is undertaken.
Yeah. Not like super somber or like dark or anything.
Maybe that's like the penultimate chapter when like shit gets real, right?
Right. Okay.
And then I don't know.
But a sense of fun in there.
Yeah,
you like a sense of fun.
Well.
Yeah.
Would it be like on a cosmic event or level or something to Earth, or you're a big fan of the Green Lantern stuff? Would this take on place on multiple planets?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Man.
Are we going street level? Are we going cosmic level?
Maybe no, I don't know.
Does there need to be a character in there? I know you're a Lantern fan, but
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd rather, I guess, if I was gonna like have some comic book company manufacture one just for me.
Yeah.
That it'd be my only stipulation would be Kenneth Rocafort's art, and I mean, I guess I'd pick a writer, but that's hard to do on the spot.
Sure, yeah.
And then just
Michael Crichton.
Right.
Yeah. I guess I would just basically say, write an adventure with good character development, and I'm on board. So
do
a good comic.
Right, do it good. Please make it good.
Do it good.
Do it goodly.
I want good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think, Mitch?
I don't really. That is a hell of a question.
It's a hard question, but I mean, you're not. You can change your mind on your way home.
Well,
it's fine.
Call you back up. Edit this in real quick.
Right. Exactly.
No, it would have to take. First off, the character is pretty easy for me. It'd have to be Wolverine or someone along the lines of the same thing.
Yeah.
Something like an Iron Fist or street level hero. Typically, is what I like.
Okay.
I like cosmic events, but it'd be weird to have Wolverine trying to take down Galactus or something.
Sure.
So, it would have to
fighting
be
Thanos.
That is true. He is.
So you could have Wolverine fight Galactus if you wanted.
That's the next one. Devil versus Thanos, and then Wolverine versus Galactus.
You do you, boo.
But no, I always like the nice, good crime stories. My supervillains don't always have to be Apocalypse or the Red Skull or whatever. My supervillains can totally be
the Trickster.
The Trickster. I mean, like low level villains who just I guess kind of don't really get a rap. And sometimes you got really great stories. Did you guys ever read the Batman Eternal stuff?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you finish the whole thing?
I did not finish it
either.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Is it's that weekly book.
It got really expensive.
Not only expensive, but it's just like, oh, this is another one.
Right.
Oh God. Okay.
And to be honest, when I would buy them and they were by particular authors, I would be like, oh.
Yeah.
that person did this week's. Okay.
Oh no.
So
this is
anyway.
awful.
Yeah, they were
But-
like half the writers you were like rooting for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half the writers,
week.
I was like, yes, this is gonna be good.
Come on,
And then-
Snyder and Azzarello, please,
Yeah,
Snyder
exactly.
and Azzarello.
Exactly.
But no, at the end of the book, I mean, do you guys care to find out?
I've read it.
I'd
And
like
I just
to.
don't
I'd
remember.
like to know.
You,
Yeah.
Oh, you would like to know?
Yeah.
Okay. It turns out the big schemer behind everything is
Yeah.
the Clue Master,
Oh,
who
okay.
is like a E-list villain at this
Right.
point. And I thought it was such a well done story because like you have a character, you have Batman's rogues throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
He's going through every single one trying to figure out was it Riddler, was it Penguin, he's going through everybody trying to figure all this out.
Right.
And it's the guy who has been, hasn't really given Batman much of a challenge in decades,
Sure.
but
Right.
has been able to make certain connections now and actually was able to do. I mean, obviously in the end, Batman's triumphant and
Oh,
blah,
sure.
blah, blah. But
Sure.
it was, I don't know, just being able to use villains who like time has forgotten about and being able to make them relevant again, I think is always very interesting. So I would like to see something like that. It doesn't have to be someone who's popular right now. It could be someone who you never seen before, but at the same time, like you can't just throw them in there. They have to have a meaning. Like Clue Master
Yeah.
was good because he's been calculating and planning this for a very, very long time and whatnot for the Eternal series. That is.
Is,
So,
Yeah,
Little
that's cool.
amethyst.
do what?
Throw a little amethyst in there.
Throw a little Princess of Gem World.
Amethyst, Princess of Jim World.
Yeah, I mean,
Who
it
is,
could work.
who is Stephanie Brown's father? That wasn't the Clue Master, was
Yeah.
it? Was
That's
it the
Clue
Clue
Master,
Master?
yeah.
Spoilers' father was Clue Master. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's how they brought her back into the universe, the DC.
Yeah. I think they were just going to be like she was never Batgirl for the New 52 stuff, and like
Okay.
she's always been spoiler because wasn't she spoiler before she was Batgirl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that I think they're just being like, no, we didn't have Stephanie Brown as Batgirl. It's always been Barbara Gordon, guys.
Right, yeah.
Maybe
Well,
a
back
little
in-
bit of Cassie Kane. They didn't even mention Cassie
Cassie
Kane.
Kane.
I would recommend. Is it Rising? Batgirl Rising? Or
Batgirl Rising, something like that, I think.
Oh,
it's Brian Q. Miller's Batgirl
Okay.
run, and it's Stephanie Brown. And it's so good because it takes place during the same time as Grant Morrison's Batman and Robin. So it's Dick Grayson Batman and Damian Wayne.
Oh, that's cool.
And that, first of all, that dynamic between that duo
yeah.
is really good.
God.
It's really different, and I really like that run for that reason.
Sure.
So there's a lot of interaction between those two stories.
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty cool.
Steph Brown's a solid Batgirl.
I read.
Nice.
Oh, snap. We just disagreed. I want a Steph Brown
And that's when
monthly,
it got
dude.
real.
You wanted
Cassie
Stephanie
Kane-
Brown coming back? Just
Cassie
at,
Kane
like,
is the best
What if she
Batgirl,
became a
hands
spoiler?
down.
Like spoiler, she had her
Oh,
own
okay.
series, but a
Spoiler's
spoiler.
fine.
That would be
You,
fine.
you want that?
Spoiler's
Okay.
I'd be right
The
with
new
that.
spoiler look works. The old spoiler look doesn't work because it's a hood and a complete face mask, and at least now they've got her hair coming out.
Yeah, and they're like you can kind of see the eyes a little
Yeah.
bit too as well. So
For the record, Stephanie Brown's spoiler would be fine.
she's
better,
Batgirl.
I
she
see.
better not touch that cowl.
I see.
That's all I'm saying. That
Have
belongs
you
to
read
two
it?
people. No, yeah, I read when Stephanie Brown was. I read it as the
Right.
issues came out. A
Well,
little
the
bit.
first issue of the Steph Brown Batgirl was her and Cassie on the roof, and she the Canester basically decided, I don't want to be Batgirl anymore because like.
Is that the voice you hear when you read Cassie
I
Kane?
just don't want to do it anymore.
Hey,
Gonna go
don't
be
stop
Black
over
Bat.
there.
And she like
I'll break
basically
her neck.
she strips buck naked on the roof, and Steph Brown grabs that suit, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be that girl, whatever." And Barbara Gordon's like,
Oh, my
"Oh
goodness.
no, hell no, she didn't do that."
That's my
And-
gig.
And so it's like this kind of back and forth between Barbara Gordon, like saying, "You can't do it. You can't do anything. You're stupid. You're
Yeah.
stupid. I hate you." And Steph Brown's like, "I can do it. I can do it."
Oh my
And
god.
Stop
so-
yelling at me.
That was like how I was with the Batgirl. I was like, "You can't do it. You're stupid. You don't deserve it."
Well, you gotta finish
Yeah,
her
I
arc,
guess I do.
dude.
So we have a street level hero with maybe a cosmic event that happens
possibly.
possibly, and maybe like an E-list villain who came back surprisingly, and then Eric would like them to write a good comic.
That's all we ask people. Just write some good comics.
That's fair.
My favorite comic book going right now is Shudder, and it's like it basically takes place in a crazy world, like similar to ours but different.
No
like,
spoilers, because you talked me into buying
I'm not
that.
spoiling,
Right?
But like, there's crazy anthropomorphic animals, really colorful, vibrant worlds, and like a ridiculous adventure story. And none of it makes sense. If I were to tell you anyway, you'd have to read it.
Good,
for
good.
it to make sense. And like, I guess that's what I want. Is like, give me more like a different.
Eric wants another Shudder.
Like,
Right.
just craziness with a fun thing with serious family tones and all sorts of good stuff. A bit of blood and gore.
Yeah.
That comic has it all.
Okay. That sounds good. I got the first trade sitting there waiting on me. I got to read Cal.
Did they
Volume
make
2
it into
first.
a TV show? Because I might watch it.
I'd watch it only if it was TV.
I've
though.
never read a comic book, so I'm ready to.
Well, I haven't yet, and
Right. Right. I just read the Wikipedia for all this stuff I've been talking about.
yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Anything else you got, Joe? This has been a long one. It's been a good one.
Steph Brown rules.
Okay.
Cassie
All right,
Kane
then.
can eat it.
All right, then.
Cassie Kane drools. But she drools through that stupid face mask and she got her mouth covered up.
Oh,
Can't tell she's
God.
drooling, though, because it all just like collects at the bottom.
she's
No, I haven't read any of her Batgirl, but I need to.
Ooh, it's really good.
I've got a trade.
She
I just
can't
haven't read
talk
it yet.
for like the first while.
Oh, is it is No Man's Land where you're talking about? Like, is that where
No
she?
Man's Land is she was in that, but
that's
like
where she kicks
she
off.
was the
That's
first
all I've read of
Batgirl
her.
Well,
to
she
have
was-
her own like Batgirl titled book.
Oh, okay.
That's true,
She
yeah.
was Batgirl before No Man's Land, right?
Yeah. No.
I think so.
I remember in No Man's Land, she just kind of shows up.
Yeah.
I don't know if she had been around before that or not, but she just like appears,
Well,
and everybody
okay.
thinks thinks she's Batman.
her
at
first appearance was during No Man's Land.
Okay.
but it was it was Batman number whatever the hell. But yeah, it had the little No Man's Land banner on the bottom.
Okay.
Is it not the wildest thing on the planet that before that DC didn't think Barbara Gordon should have like
That is
her
ridiculous.
own like title?
Yeah, that's
Like-
crazy.
They were just waiting on the right character to give it to her.
Oh.
Damn it,
Well
they found
played.
her.
Well played.
Anyway,
Pretty good. Pretty good. This has been great, guys. I have nothing else. That was all I had, questions wise, for these gentlemen. You got something, Joe? Or are we good?
I've just been waiting to show these guys the Punch Brothers.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. Well, we're gonna wrap it up so that we can show them the Punch Brothers.
Wrap it
And then
up!
they've got to go do their own podcast. So we want to let them plug their stuff before we go.
Yeah,
Yeah. Say
you
what you do and where
plug
you
your
are and everything.
nose,
And
plug
then-
your ears.
And then you guys can
Plug your
actually
butts.
plug the destination properly because I never know what I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, we're DNN now, so check out Destination Comics.
I have
but,
noticed that I've only ever been on Girl Gone Geek other than this podcast. What's the deal, everyone? But
You know,
Nicole's
I've been
got
on,
this whole like
we were starting you
rehearsed-
slow, and then we can step you up to the big leagues.
Yeah,
There you go, yeah. Easing in.
Zinged her.
Easing
Nicole's
in.
got this rehearsed like
She always does that to us.
this podcast.
Yeah.
You could go to .com.net.org.
Yeah.
.gov.
Yeah. .org.gov. Yeah, no, we don't have anything that fancy by any means. We just pretty much talk about our podcast and then how you can actually reach it and whatnot. Thank you guys for having us on.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
You
Pleasure,
definitely
gentlemen.
picked good people to be on for a two-parter because we tend to go on a little bit about some, especially
I like
things
it.
that we like comic books and whatnot.
Totally.
But
Comic books and Finnish death metal.
That's right.
don't get me started on
That's a
Finnish
nice
death
little
metal.
Sunday.
That's right. That's part 3.
But no, there's a few different podcasts.
Yeah, all through the DNN.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there's
The
the one that the two I'm on, I guess. I'm on Nerdstalgia and I'll let Mitch talk about the other one because he's on that one too. But Nerdstalgia is every Monday, and we talk about various things. Episode 71 just came out.
The old man of the group,
Yeah.
if you will.
I was going to say, I'm curious as to what drops when, because I don't know as far as the entirety of the dinner.
So let's see. So Nerdstalgia comes out on Mondays. Bagged and Bearded comes out on Wednesdays. Let's see what else. Girl Gone Geek typically comes out on Saturdays. Usually. Let's see. What else is there? There's
Peg Warmers.
Peg Warmers. I don't know when they come out. It's like bi-weekly, bi-monthly, something. Who knows? And Damn Good is also like on a bi-weekly thing, and they just kind of come out whenever they do. And then you guys come out whenever you
We come
release
out whenever
yours.
we're done.
Because I have an
and
idea.
Also, animation. I don't think
Animation Destination. I don't know.
Brandon's got his own
whatever.
schedule.
There's a website, destinationcomics.com.
Right.
You can go there, check all that.
You should
good
really
stuff
be
out.
subscribed to all of this.
But
So
yeah, you should check.
they'll just
everything.
show
should
up on
rate,
your-
subscribe, and review
Of
all
course.
these podcasts.
And
Of
also,
course
just
you
so I
should.
do have something to rattle off, you should also go to the destination 5031 Shelbyville Road, Louisville, Kentucky 40207, the Best Buy Shopping Center behind D's Crab.
Yeah.
Jeez, crap.
That's the kind of stuff I'm talking
I feel like I will be able to do that at some point. I'm going to practice.
It's
I'm gonna
it's
practice.
like our mantra. Like
Right.
like you said the destination a couple times.
Yeah.
and I had to
And you
hold
almost-
back.
yeah,
I know.
right.
Like 50, no, don't
No.
do it. Don't do it. They're gonna think you're weird. Don't do it. Oh God.
That's wonderful. So
It's
yeah,
like we've been programmed for this, by the way. So, but yeah, once again, guys, thank you for having us on.
Absolutely.
I'm one of the 3 bearded wonders on Bagged and Bearded, where we talk about all things comic book
That's right.
related. So, I mean, anybody have any recommendations, please hit us up. We had a guy who recommended about doing kind of like a book club type of thing, and we started doing it. So
Oh, that's
we
cool.
listen, people. Okay,
Yeah,
just
true.
message us, Facebook. We got the tweeters going on. My Twitter handle is some guy from KY. Eric's.
Oh yeah, at Eric Groovely.
Groove.
there you go.
The word groove with LY at the
Because
end.
you have
Groovy, baby.
because you got the
He got his
Because
groove
Brian
back.
didn't know how to pronounce my last name.
That's actually true. That's where that name came
Oh
from.
wow, there
has
you go.
nothing to do
But
with groove,
also,
okay.
Eric got
No.
his groove back that day and decided to make a Twitter handle, and
Yeah.
so Eric Groovely.
I'd like to hear you guys speak about Jessica Jones
Jessica Jones.
because I haven't read any
So,
Jessica Jones.
actually,
and I'm
I
super
was-
curious about this new.
I was talking to Steven about this because she's next in line for
real?
the
yeah, to get her
Netflix.
show comes
Yeah,
out.
she
Yeah.
comes out November 10th.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
wait, 10th?
I want to say they just released like a.
Coming up soon.
Wow. I
They
didn't know this
released
was
a
recent.
A trailer.
trailer, a
Yep.
teaser
Sort
trailer.
of, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Teaser
one of
trailer.
those like kind of After Effects style trailers. It's like
Yeah.
no like real footage or anything.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
say it said November 10th, and I was like,
I think so.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well,
Because I thought it was going to be December.
I was gonna either try to have because I want to like try to line up things like right before the Civil War movie comes out. I'd like to review
Yeah.
the Civil War story arc, so on and
Right,
so forth.
right.
But with this one, I don't know if I should just do a general Jessica Jones or do her like more famous story Alias,
Right.
Oh,
which was
okay.
a series. Yeah, that was a
Probably.
big, very popular series that she was in.
Yeah.
where she was running like a detective
Yeah.
That's what
network
the
or
show's
whatever.
gonna be.
Right.
Yeah, there's
where the show
there's
takes
reference
place.
to that in the.
So
I'm
like,
excited
I
about
probably
Jessica
should do
Jones.
the Alias thing just so it kind of ties into the show and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just review the first arc. We just
We
we
should do
gotta
it
get
after the show comes out, though.
Do what?
We should do it after the show comes out.
Oh yeah, I guess that would make more sense.
Well, I don't care about how it
Wrong.
makes sense.
Oh,
But because just this is one of the few comic book properties being adapted to screen that I don't know about, and I
Right.
kind of like to just be surprised and see what's
Oh, there
going
you
on.
go.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Yeah, that's that.
So
Pretty good.
it's a
Let's
completely,
all do
completely
what
selfish
you
division.
We can do it.
Completely selfish decision.
Selfish, but hey, at least, you know what? That's what I like about Eric. His honesty.
Yep.
There you
So,
go.
yeah. Eric, do I look good today? That's what I say. Honesty.
Right, there
You
you
look
go.
like Mitch.
That's what.
Hey, how much for those pants?
How much for the little girl?
All right.
Oh man, that's a good place to leave it. All right.
Land on that one. Crap.
Okay.
Oh
I'll
man.
never be back on this podcast. I
Well, if
guess.
you guys have never heard the Villain District podcast, you can listen to it.
You just did twice. Maybe not twice. You did it. Oh, you're winners.
I
You're
thought it
done.
would be fun to plug our podcast at the
I
end.
see, because this is our
Because
podcast.
they
the
were.
podcast.
I see. Yeah.
That's my new character that doesn't realize.
I see. You got a lot of characters
Yeah.
going. It's
Yeah.
tough
No
to keep them all straight.
self-awareness.
That's how.
Tough to keep them all straight.
That's how you know I'm talented.
Well, this is going to be a trick for Mitch because he admitted to never having heard the podcast before. So we're going to try this. We're going to try the sign off.
Oh, I'm ready.
See what happens. Eric's ready to go.
Brian screwed it up last time.
You done good, Joe.
you done good, Mitch.
You done good, Eric?
You done good, Will.
Oh my gosh, it was just like clockwork. It was amazing.
It was like a snake eating its own tail.
You know what? Let's quit doing this and listen to Punch Brothers. Thanks everybody for listening. Bye.
you for listening. DNN. N. 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 N.